So, where we last left off, the group of adventurers had just managed to land 2 jobs. One, to investigate a burning sawmill that's been on fire for the last 2 days, and the other, to find a missing adventurer who has been gone for 10 years, a changeling by the name of Tucked. The team decided to go for the burning sawmill first, and when they finally arrived at the town of, let me double check, this was Belmare. They did indeed find a sawmill lit ablaze and still burning, despite the fact that they had to travel for over 2 days to get there. After doing a bit of investigating around the sawmill, they met one Sheriff Chris Mercy, and a man who turned out to be the owner of the sawmill that the team did not actually get the name of until it was a bit too late. After doing a little bit more investigating through the sawmill itself, they then found the body of what appeared to be the foreman, one Oscar Hart, sawn mostly in half. After attempting to clear out some potential undead threats inside the area, the team was then greeted by the undead form of Oscar Hart coming back out of the burning sawmill to attack the owner, and combat occurred. Many people were close to dying, and when everything was said and done, both Oscar Hart and the owner of the sawmill were deceased. Where we pick back up, the team had stopped to have a long rest, and were in the morning going to then investigate why Oscar was killed and who by, and what exactly happened. But now, we are basically at the time where you guys will be taking watches. So, who's going first, etc., etc.
I'll take one.
I'm gonna go last.
I'll go last as well.
All right.
Dea will take the middle watch.
Okay.
Gale will go with middle watch as well.
I guess Ro will take the watch with Mercy.
Gotcha. So first watch is Mercy and Ro. I'd like perception checks from you two.
Got it. Gotta open up them.
Oh shoot, I was muted. Whoops.
Hey, does she
You're
still
an
have
idiot.
disadvantage since there's still a giant
Cool.
fire going beside us?
I said
What was that?
Oopsies.
Does she still have disadvantage because there's a giant fire beside us lighting up the area?
Did we
No. No. Well, huh. That's you definitely don't have disadvantage when looking towards the fire.
Mhm.
The problem is any areas
every other time.
where the light doesn't reach. That's where it is
Everything
going
the
to be an
light
issue,
touches, Ro can see.
basically. So
Right.
you do not have disadvantage, but anything that will be rolling against you will have a bonus as they will be approaching from the shadows. So
Got it.
feel free to roll.
A little perception-y.
Mhm.
Shbam. Shbam.
Those indeed are your perception checks. You guys are
For sure.
taking the first watch for the first 2 to 3 hours, and you are sitting around a relatively small fire at the moment, as there is a gigantic roaring one a few 10 to 100 feet away from you.
Wait, did we light a fire?
I would imagine you would still like to.
I feel like we should just go over and grab a bit of the fire and start one like that.
Baby,
piece
can
of
you
wood.
light my fire?
It's
I'm
come
not
on, baby,
very
light my
person.
fire.
Whatever, I don't remember lyrics.
Yeah, I know.
Stupid.
So, is
Actually,
there
you know,
anything
my
you
dad
guys wish to
plays
do
me.
during this watch, or no?
I mean, I just want to say that Ro is uncharacteristically quiet. Like, very, very quiet.
Mercy's gonna start carving
Got
on a
it.
project that I told you about.
Just an awkward.
Dress carving!
Just,
Got it. So, you do have. Let me check your sheet for just a moment, because you should have Yep, you have woodcarver's tools. So if you click woodcarver's tool, it'll come up with like a little box that asks you what you want to roll with. You will be rolling with dexterity.
Is- oh no, how bad? Oh, thank God.
It's not bad at all. As a matter of fact, it's swiftly beginning to take shape.
Okay.
Bro, if she's observing this at all, is she seeing Mercy carve a longer length of wood and about, I'm gonna say like an eighth of the way down, there is still a small amount of wood that is left in that section, and the rest of it has been kind of like chopped and carved away. And it still doesn't have its detail yet, but it's a hunk of wood that's slowly beginning to take shape.
That was a very roundabout way of saying you're not telling us what it is yet.
No.
I said it in chat.
Yeah, she has.
Oh, missed it. You missed it.
Oh no!
I miss a lot of things.
I just
I'm kidding, I'm kidding.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway,
So,
Rose
it
just
is-
kind of shakes her head.
okay.
Jesus Christ!
You got something to say to me?
Oh, so.
Nope, not in my condition right now. I'm good. Keep on, keep it on. Oh God, Jesus Christ! That's all I got.
That's all I'm doing.
All right, that's fair. So, in that case, we will go into next watch. Whoever the two are going to be. I know it's Gale and somebody
And
else.
yeah.
Dea.
Alright,
All right.
perception.
It's 2 perception checks.
+5. Oh.
Alright.
You sounded so excited for a second there.
Gale out here doing things.
+5!
Look, my brother almost died. I'm, you know.
Elephant.
Distracted.
A lot of people almost died.
Yeah, but
There's-
specifically
there
my
was
brother.
One of them.
There was a reason why I was like,
Let's not
oh boy,
be.
maybe you shouldn't go without one of the rogues. Because
You were
We
fine.
ended up fine, and
Yeah,
the
but
fireball
also
still would
the-
have killed
I'll,
half.
Yeah.
I'll point out, no, you very nearly weren't. Jolly
But at the end of
very,
the day-
very nearly got killed.
Yes,
Um,
we know.
Yeah.
It's fine. We
Uh-huh.
lived. We
It's
leveled
all
up.
in the past now. Let's.
But you guys are taking your watch.
Mhm.
There's going to come a point where I'm just not going to ask you guys if you want to do a scene. Like, if you guys want to do something, do it.
Yeah, Gale's gonna take the initial part right after he wakes up, and he's just gonna tie the shield to his pack. It's like the main thing he's gonna do, and then he's just gonna stand there with his glaive and take watch, not really saying much.
Jay's gonna watch him for a little bit. Just kind of like to take and watch, I guess. Does he seem like upset or like angry or?
That would be a what is it? Sense
Insight?
motive? I can't. Insight. That's
Insight?
it. I went to Pathfinder again. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Well, I don't
You'll
know.
get it
It's
eventually,
hard to
Connor.
read.
I don't know. Why are you rolling hit dice?
Okay.
There is no
What?
need to do this.
Oh, whoops! No, I was messing with my mouse. I just plugged in my wireless mouse. I don't know how I clicked that.
Kate
Sorry.
turns on the party.
Surprise.
Gail, are you going to be attempting a deception against it? Because that would be for like hiding emotions. and, like,
No, he's being upfront and honest about everything.
Okay.
He's,
is there anything that needs to be said about
he
how he appears?
I mean, compared to when he met them all, it's very. It's not even brooding. He just seems a lot more like. I'm
Subdued?
trying to think of the word. Not even subdued, but a lot more methodical. A little bit more, I guess, robotic. Very much like to the task rather than like, all right, well, we're out here, we're having a good time. It's very much now an attitude of, all right, well, we're going to take this slightly more seriously. Okay.
All right. It looks like he's taking this just a bit more seriously than he was previously.
Okay. And after a little bit, damn it, Jill. After a little bit of just kind of like observing him, she's just gonna be like, Gale,
Yes.
um, you seem a bit more reserved than when we left, Susain. What are you thinking about this all?
Well, clearly, this is a group that likes to jump in and try and get things done, no matter what the actual situation is. I'm beginning to think that a shield won't work to try and help keep everyone alive.
We do like to jump around a lot.
And unfortunately, a lot of the time when I've been with groups like this, I've had to bury a lot of bodies, and I'm not really a fan of that. So, kind of motions to his glaive. I think I'm gonna need this a little bit more, unfortunately.
Well, it's like what I always say: the best defense is an offense. Is the best offense.
Never heard you say that.
Exactly. That's something she would say, though.
Yeah, well, if you're looking to stay alive, sometimes it's better to pick your fights.
Oh, I know. I've learned that.
We all learn it one way or another.
Well, Daya's not gonna prompt conversation anymore, so.
Oh yeah. Yep. Nope. Gale's just working on watch.
All right. Next watch.
Yeah, no, I see nothing.
Wow.
Kate, I hope you
Nothing
see
here.
something, because I see shit.
Yeah.
I see many things.
Thank
What
God.
do
Your
I
L5
see?
see?
What do my L5 see? Oh, but during the night, can I roll insight to see how Rudy's doing? Is that allowed? I'm gonna
It'd
do
be,
it because no one's saying no.
it'd basically be like an insight check.
Okay.
Boundary.
Erudite, are you all right? I'm saying it anyway.
Yeah, mostly.
Mostly.
Sort of
'Cause
looks up at the fire that's like 100 feet away, and she's like, "Yes, mostly."
I saw the ice spell thing you were doing earlier. I figured not like I gestured to the still burning building. I'm guessing you're not a fan?
It's not necessarily the actual thing, really. It's really more of what it represents.
I understand. So it's
Just reminds me there's parts of me that I can't really change, no matter how much I dislike it. The resistance, the ability to throw it out at someone if they hurt me, though I've tried to control that. It's happened before where I've hurt someone unintentionally. Not killed them, mind you, but just have hurt. With especially in my younger years, with the ability to throw out fire at someone. I've gotten better about it, but I've also taken great pains to not get hurt.
I'm sorry, my sibling and her friends are screaming downstairs. I understand. There are things in your past you can't forget. And they just cling on to you, I guess.
I noticed that you were not a fan of the fire either.
Oh, no, not at all. She points to the scar on her, I remember my directions, right cheek. old burn scar from when I was young.
Mm.
Not.
Okay.
Right. Wait, did you say what happened? Sorry, it broke up.
I was starting to say that actually.
Oh. What happened? Candle fell on my face. It was hanging. Lantern, I mean. Oil got in my face and part of my shoulder.
I'm gonna check. I'm gonna insight check that.
Okay.
Okay, she's hard to read. Seems to be true. Okay, I.
Well, not necessarily. You'd have to roll against that if you are lying.
Wait, what?
You would have to roll against
I
that if
have
you're
to-
lying.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Hard to read.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah. Not a pretty sight.
Mm.
I'm guessing a sheltered life like yours. Wait, no, that's rude. That's not what I mean. What's a better word than sheltered?
Shelter.
Sheltered is quite
Sheltered.
correct.
Sheltered really is probably the politer term that you could use. I mean,
Yeah.
Okay.
like cloistered would sound worse. I think.
Cloistered is not what you want to say.
Not the
Hey,
one
it's
I was-
420
Also,
anyways.
Connor, we can't see the map, so.
All right.
All right.
Because I keep you guys away from that
Sheltered.
thing because you ruined everything.
The at button is for Connor.
I've said it enough. You know what I'm talking about.
Anyways.
Sheltered. You can say sheltered. Sheltered is
Okay,
accurate.
because yeah. I
Also,
don't
would
know,
Maury
something's a
care
negative
about
connotation.
being polite?
That's true.
She's being nice right now. And this is Kate wondering, wait, is sheltered the right word?
Yes. Continue.
I guess.
Shelter's
I
accurate.
guess- okay. I guess with a sheltered life is yours, not many scars, huh?
Not before I joined. With the Blue Books. No, but not all scars are necessarily able to be seen.
I understand that. I don't have anything else to say. Do you want to say anything?
That's all.
No.
No, that's fine. She's fine.
Alright.
She is going to. Never mind. I actually know. I'll mention it when I get to the group.
Alright.
Also, Connor, has the fire gone down at all?
At some point during your watch, you two and most everybody else who is trying to sleep do hear some very, very loud cracks come from the support beams on the building, and you guys watch as the building just collapses in this deafening cacophony.
Well, at least everyone knows the building's down now.
But has the fire gone down? Is my question.
The building is still burning for the moment, but it has gone down a bit.
Okay.
Did this
Is it
crash and
possible
wake
to
up
like throw
everyone
out
for at
some
least
like
like a
ice
bit?
cantrips where you're
Yeah, I'd
frost
imagine
at it?
so. Yes.
So, well, there goes the evidence. Then I guess they go back to sleep.
Okay. Oh well. That's all then.
Yeah. That's. And then for the rest of the night, she works on. Morgan pulls out her tools and starts working on another necklace.
She's
Uh,
working.
That'll be a jeweler's tools check. So click
And
that
Rudy's
and then
just-
do the query.
All right.
Dexterity.
And Rudy's just she's just
Um,
trying to see. She's just looking in the journal.
Okay.
We're
Damn.
killing it tonight with the tools.
Yeah.
How fitting.
Really?
Yep.
I don't know what that means.
He's calling us tools.
Feels bad, man.
Oh, okay.
Actually, no, I'm not going to use that. I was gonna say I was gonna use actually today I'm not going to use mage armor. But I think we're gonna be in town for. I don't think I'm gonna get into a fight, so I'm not gonna use mage armor. Probably a bad idea, but that's okay.
Alright. That's
Always
so
good.
that would basically give you one necklace that you have at the moment.
All right.
All right, that's it. Rudy's
Okay.
just like messing with her journal, just trying to see if she can see other stuff in it.
So, it would be the next day.
Never mind. Actually, never. I was gonna say something, but then can I switch actually what she was doing? Sorry, just as a note. Connor.
Mm-hmm.
I just want to say it looks like she's working on some sort of cipher.
Okay.
Actually. Yeah. Okay.
So in that case, it is the next day. All of you have woken up. You should all be at full health, so make sure that you check your sheets out and make sure you're at full health.
Mm-hmm.
And yes, there's not much else I need to say.
All right. I would like to go over to whatever the remains are of Oscar.
Gotcha. Yes. You do move over to the remains of Oscar, and you do see that portions of them, specifically near the appendages, have collapsed in on themselves and started turning to dust. The hands and feet have degraded quite a bit. There are still bones left behind, but like his chest cavity, his torso, his head, those are all present.
Okay. Can I like try to make a medicine check to see how he died?
Sure.
Because I'm assuming, like, he was sawn in half, but I don't know if that was what killed him. Kind of thing.
Okay, fair enough.
Boop a doop a boop.
I was turning thinking, really, but
Unlucky.
you're pretty sure
Bodies
the
can be
saw
sorted in
did it.
half.
Cool. Okay. And can I don't have it written in my note, but can I get any idea of the time frame?
No.
Okay.
Once the group gathers, so she's gonna be like, so how do we suggest we go about it? I was thinking, perhaps, I know the sheriff said he was going to be working on paperwork. I'd like to talk to him to see if he has anything else that he wants to tell us, and perhaps this is something I've been thinking about, but perhaps he can give us information on the gentleman we're supposed to be looking for after this. Untucked.
Sounds like a solid plan. Some of us should probably go let the family of the deceased know what happened.
That is not a job for me.
Not it.
I could do that.
I can go.
Are you talking about like only one person, 2 people died,
people.
Oscar and
Yeah.
Matt.
But if we go talk to them, we might know a bit more about what happened.
And then
Yeah,
perhaps we
I
should...
will. Perhaps I and Rudy and Caliph, probably at least, can go offer our services to the sheriff. See what he
Perhaps we should take someone who has... We should divide, if anything, into 2 groups. And Mercy goes with one and Morgan goes with the other. Because we have the discs, so we can use that to communicate with each other.
All right.
So Morgan can go
True.
with us. to
What
the
exactly
sheriff.
is our plan?
Half of you are gonna go talk to the sheriff and see what you can get, and the other half of us is gonna talk to the families of the workers and the deceased.
And
Well,
perhaps,
no,
yeah,
going to talk to the sheriff might also involve talking to the other workers. I would imagine.
well, he can give us the names of the other workers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
And then
so
once you
how-
guys find out the names, we can split the list and divide and conquer and all that jazz.
And Dea cracks her knuckles and find who did this.
I think we probably already found who did this, and she's just gonna look at the pile of ashes and the dead body where the dead body was last night.
I did
For
not
sure.
the fire.
Perhaps find out why it occurred. Or what occurred.
Someone betrayed Oscar and killed him.
Does it really matter what happened? It has been settled at this point.
Maybe perhaps it would help the families to know what happened.
Part of our job's figuring out what happened, not just dealing with the problem.
Oh, I didn't realize that was in the pay. Alright, well then we should settle
Well-
that as well.
Gail, don't you think someone should be brought to justice for this?
Likely justice has already been served. Whatever it was that came out of there held on to whatever remained of its life for long enough to attack something else. And
Yeah.
clearly took its revenge.
It'll help the sheriff, though. I mean, I'm pretty sure the paperwork would look better if it said something more definitive than flaming dude came out of the building, killed the owner. I could be wrong.
I have reported other consequences, but
Wait, did you say a flaming dude
Hold
came
on,
out
man.
last night?
A flaming dude came out of the building, killed the owner. God damn! That was the one pissed off gay man.
I mean, as they say, be gay, do crime.
That's my
Holy
mom.
shit!
BK, do Christ 42069.
It is the 69.
Jesus Christ.
Okay, well, how about we divide up and get back into? Oh my god, I have no air. I can't breathe.
God, I love my dumbass brain.
Then how about we can
Thank
go
you,
ahead
Deeper
and
Cole.
split up.
Yay.
You're very welcome. I'm usually good at dealing with people of a bereaved nature and helping them turn around. I'd like to help with that if I can.
Okay, so Dea.
We should all
Morgan-
start at the sheriff, though. That way, I don't know if any of you have been here, but I have not been to this town, so I wouldn't know where the bereaved family lives.
That's true.
Sounds like we need to go talk to the sheriff then to get the names.
Let's
From
go.
there, we can split up.
Yeah, if we'll get the names, and then the team that's gonna go head out, and then the rest of us can stay behind and talk to the sheriff about and relay that information so we can get this done as quickly as possible. We don't all need to be there to ask about talked or any of that stuff. We can relay that information back. Does that make
Okay,
sense?
let's go talk to
Am
the
I-
sheriff. Let's go.
Am I making sense?
Yeah, let's go. We don't need to split up
Okay.
now.
So we don't know where he's posted. So when we get into town, she's gonna look for constables because, like, I don't think he would be just like hanging out.
No, he's not currently just like standing there in the middle of the
Right,
street.
that's
with
what I'm
a
saying,
golden
and we
exclamation
don't-
point above his head. No.
And
Ah.
we don't know where his office is. So she's gonna look for
No.
constables.
Yeah, and I'll just say, by quickly having a conversation with the constable, they would actually point you towards one of the inns. Apparently, he's just gone in to have breakfast.
Okay, that's where we're going.
All
so-
8 of us with our blue clerics to stomp into the inn and.
Question: can Gale fit in the door?
No.
Ooh.
Second question:
not-
Does
not
Gale
so
have a
easily.
blue cloak yet?
No, he
Yeah.
doesn't.
No,
No,
neither
because
he or Maddie would necessarily have those, right?
They don't.
Yes.
So
No.
six
So-
of us have
So
clothes.
Gale's
the
going
points at the
to
8 of us.
say to the rest of everyone, "Well, I will meet you in town later, as it seems that I'm not going to fit in here. I can occupy my time doing something. Just let me know how I can be of assistance when I run into
I
you
will say
later."
you can possibly get inside the building, but you'll definitely have to hunch to get through the door, and you'll definitely have to be hunching when you're in the building. because you're-
Gale's got an idea of something he can do though. In the
Alright.
meantime,
Oh no.
Do we? Okay, I was gonna say because I feel like she's gonna be like, this seems like a bit much to be approaching the sheriff.
I'll
There's a lot.
stand outside then.
There's a lot.
Yeah, I'll stand out with those two.
Just
We'll
point
just-
me in the
Oh, I'm
direction
going in.
of the deceased family.
Yeah.
I don't know why. I like the idea of you going, this is a bit much. You guys stand outside the door, make it look like you're guarding the place.
I didn't say that. I just
there is
think it's a
nothing
bunch of
suspicious
thumbs.
going on. I assure you.
So the
One
three of
giant
us.
a lot of
tiefling and one
people.
giant reindeer man.
Is Ro gonna come inside?
Giant
with us, or
reindeer
she
man's
will
leaving the town
stay
for the moment.
outside?
No, Jill
okay.
just said she's staying with Mercy.
Sorry, I have
Okay.
like half a burger in my mouth.
So, it's okay, Joe. Eat. You're good. So, like, me, Morgan, and Dale will go inside
Okay,
and find the sheriff.
Yay!
let's go.
No, I'm good. Let's do it.
Shame for eating.
All right. So
Sorry,
you guys make your way into the inn, which is called the Aggressive Goose, and you do see
Really, Connor?
what?
I
That's
love
a name.
Why not?
Why would you?
No, it just reminds me of something else.
What's
Connor?
her name?
Hold on.
Aggressive
Hold on.
goose.
Hey,
I had a
Hey,
goose
where-
on the brain, and I went with the first thing I could think of. What?
It's such a welcoming
Never mind.
inn name.
I'm scared. of you.
AU, where everything is the same except this.
Oh man,
Bitch,
what
cut
a
out,
what a
you're gone.
what a great
Who
AU.
knows?
No,
See, we want that
the
universe.
world will never know. Anyway, so we walk in.
What?
You cut out right when you were explaining the AU. That's-
Always do.
You
AU,
So-
always do.
aggressive
No.
goose, fuck you.
Shush. So, you guys make your way into the goose, and you guys see sitting at the bar just looks like he's eating like a plate of like eggs and hash browns and peppers and stuff like that. Is Sheriff Mercer? Sorry, Mercy. Sorry.
Oh. Sheriff Mercer. There's a new sheriff.
Matthew.
I apologize. So, and you see, he's just kind of there eating breakfast at the moment.
Dea kind of takes the lead and just kind of walks up to him. Says, "Oh boy, I didn't plan for this much."
Okay,
she's just like, "Good morning, Sheriff."
Morning.
Sits down next to Dea. I'm assuming Dea sat down.
She's
yeah.
just, well, is he at the table or the bar? Sorry.
He's sitting at the bar.
Oh,
Yeah,
it's in
she
the-
just
okay.
kind of leans against the bar next to him, without
on the
sitting.
other side. Dea's where he's on the other side of the chair.
Totally
Sorry.
non-threatening.
No, not at all.
Well, we just figured, I don't know if you consider this case closed.
Not yet. I still have a lot of paperwork to be done, so
Paperwork.
I can't say that I'm done.
We were hoping that we could talk to perhaps the family and maybe figure out why this happened.
Who?
Because
Oscar?
Oscar's
and
family or
Miro's-
the other his fellow workers.
Well, you can certainly have a conversation with the other workers. I don't think it'd be wise to be talking with the widow right now.
Well,
Can you
some
give us the names? Can you
Yes,
give us the
I can certainly tell you who you'd need to have a conversation with.
that would be extremely helpful. Thank you.
Now,
I can just message it out to Mercy.
You're-
So
you're certainly not looking to talk with the owner's family, right?
Probably not. Well, they don't. Well, do the owners work there? Would
Well,
they?
the owner isn't typically there. He isn't even typically in the town, to be honest. At least from what I've heard from the workers.
okay,
Probably
perhaps we'll
not
just,
then.
then perhaps we'll just speak to the other workers.
We'll speak to the other workers.
All right. Well, you're gonna want to talk to one Ernie Wilson. There's a Morgan Murphy. We managed to find Sonny Green. There's Rhea Burke and Arla Rose, and then there's
Oh God.
Eli.
Can you write
I'm
that
going
down
to
for me,
use
please?
message. I'm going to use message, and I'm going to say all those names. I'm just going to find because she should be within my range because it's like 300 feet now. So I'm gonna where Mercy is right outside the door and just tell her all the names.
Yeah. Okay. You can do that pretty easily.
Yeah.
Can you spell any of the names?
Okay.
It's good enough. Their characters are going to see you probably once
Yeah.
Yeah.
and
it's
then
fine.
never speak
I
to
know.
again.
Yeah.
That's what you think.
No, that's what I know.
So
So Mercy's
Sheriff.
gonna romance every single one of them.
Shut up.
They all die.
So
well,
Sheriff,
Do it.
Dea
Yes.
says, are you going to be in town for a little while longer, or are you looking to leave right away?
I'll be here long enough to polish up the case a bit, and after that, I'm gonna be heading off to another town so I can listen to another case and then do some more work. And
What-
yeah,
Right,
That's about it.
interesting.
Could-
Actually, sorry, Rudy. Dea's gonna keep talking. Dea kind of glances at the door and kind of lowers her voice a little bit. And she asks, "Well, you travel all around northern Odela, right?
yes, I do.
You wouldn't happen to have had any trouble from a ship called the Temptation, would you? Recently."
Can I hear this?
Yeah, you can hear it.
Can't rarely say that I've heard anything about a ship by the name Temptation. I don't really pay all that much attention to seafaring and the like.
Uh,
I see. Thank you.
do you happen? I hate to bother, but do you happen to know of a family in Gold Pass? They're called the Mestin family.
The what family?
Mestin.
Oh.
Had to correct myself there. There was only 6 names, not 7.
Okay. Connor.
Because it was 7 workers and the 7th was Oscar.
Yeah. Makes sense.
Yeah, I made a mistake there. Messin family.
They had something stolen from them a few years back.
Sounds
The
really
governor
familiar.
said that you might have some information.
The name certainly sounds familiar. Some stone. How long ago was this?
Oh God, Michelle does not have that stuff pulled up. Fuck. I don't even know where that stuff is. Oh no. Shit.
I
Sorry,
do.
Con. I know you do, because you sent it to me. Okay, hold on. I gotta find that one specifically.
D&D Beyond.
Sorry,
Shut
guys.
the fuck up.
Sorry, guys. This is my fault.
Give me. Okay.
Oh my God. Why isn't it not opening? It's. Oh my God. Fuck. Exit. Sorry. It's just my thing is not opening. I don't know why. Okay, we'll just do that. It would
Currently
be.
1933.
Oof. We're currently in 1933.
Yes.
It would be about 18 years ago. I didn't realize it was that long ago. Sorry.
I think I'd only just started being one of the being sheriff around here at that time. It sounds very familiar.
It was an artifact. An artifact. I'm not sure what kind of artifact it was, but it was an artifact. It was in Gold Pass. It happened in the spring. If that helps.
Don't know much about any kind of artifact or anything of that sort. I think there was a break-in at the. You said it was Gold Pass, Messman's?
Mestin, yes. Mestin.
Yeah, and I think I know something about that one. It was let's see, happened in the spring, right?
Correct.
Yeah. Someone broke into the buildings and just, ransacked the entire place. A lot of valuable objects were lost, rings, amulets, stuff like that. If I remember correctly, the Messmans moved away shortly afterward.
Do you remember anything about the family?
Black folk, pretty decent. Really, considering what they had lost, they weren't particularly rude to me. That was nice.
Where did
Where did they move to?
they move to? Yeah.
I
If
think
you
they
know.
went somewhere. I think they went somewhere towards. I think it was somewhere towards Rosendale, somewhere around there. From what I heard, they were going to be opening up another estate far away from folk.
Dea just kind
They
of
were-
raises an eyebrow at Rudy.
They were worried about more people breaking in.
Were they human or?
Yeah, they're all human. I'm pretty sure they weren't from Odela in the first place. They were a darker skin, kind of an odd accent to them. I don't know where. It's one of those other places. I can't think of the name.
You've been very helpful. Just
It's like Lucretia.
No, it's not that kind of not like dark. I think they were from the that other place. Can't think of it. At the
Hold
moment.
on. I have the map.
You don't get to say anything.
Damn it.
Perhaps Vermula, whatever.
Vermune.
Vermune. I can't speak. I'm not looking at the map, so.
Nah, it wasn't the gnome. It wasn't the place with all those gnomes. It was.
Sioge?
No, I think it was the other one. Whatever, not a big deal. They were nice enough folk.
one more question. We're trying to find someone who went missing about 10 years ago. It was an adventurer by the name of Tox.
He
Uh-huh.
went missing somewhere around Penshaw.
No, I think I know what you're talking about now. You're talking about the changeling fellow we were supposed to be looking for.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Good luck with that one.
He knows we're looking for him? Who told him?
He's a sheriff.
He's a sheriff. He's probably been looking for. He's
He-
probably.
He was contacted
What was
the first time he went missing.
Yeah.
I don't know.
what was do you
Why does the
remember
cop know this?
I don't know, Connor. You tell me.
This is bullshit.
I don't know if every cop in Huntington knows what's going on in the city.
Yeah, but
I
Everett
mean-
knows him.
Oh.
And he wanders around. He goes to cases
Okay,
all over the
Cool.
place.
I might
and
have to
not-
restart because my computer has decided to fuck off on me.
Mood.
So
Um,
once we're done with this, I'm gonna have to restart.
Fun.
Just swap to your phone.
No, I can restart it.
Have you ever met Talked?
No, I never met the fella, but I was told of what he,
Oh, never
he
mind.
looked like when he wasn't
It's fine.
not looking like other people. Apparently he's supposed to be bald. He's got those weird, very pale eyes, no color to him. White skin, stuff like that. Carried a lot of knives with him and stuff like and the like. He wore a cloak like you all. He's had some markings on the back though, a couple of runes and such.
Oh,
Yeah, that's the general description that we were given.
I see. Did you find any leads, any at all, in
We found his
anything
stuff.
that stuff?
Really?
Yeah, he left his
Including-
bag at the end.
Did he leave a belt?
Okay.
Do you
Didn't
have
find
any-
the
didn't
items?
Didn't find any of the stuff that he typically carries with him, or is supposed to carry with him.
And there wasn't any sign of like breaking an entry or.
Nothing of the sort. All of
Did he
all of
leave-
his stuff, his pack, all that gear that y'all carry with you, just left there in his room. Nothing else.
And there weren't any
When
other
it is-
cases of people disappearing from that same town.
From Penshaw? No. It's a pretty safe town considering how close it is to Fort Oakart.
See.
Were any of this is you've probably already explained this, but none of his weapons were left behind, correct?
No.
Alright.
Well, I mean, he had a couple of knives for looked like for whittling and stuff like that left in his bag, but that was about it. Not
Alright.
weapon quality, but sharp, pointy things.
Thank you.
But yeah, from what we heard from the military folk down by the fort, he was there helping them with some kind of an infestation that was in the caves nearby. Stuff that just kept coming back again and again and again. So they finally called him on the close.
Infestation of what?
Yeah.
That they weren't too keen to tell me that for some reason.
I see.
Don't
Well,
know why.
We'll have
Pretty
to
annoying.
check out Fort Oakart then.
Wouldn't happen to have been crabs, would it?
But
Don't.
What?
Don't.
No.
It's
Long
not
story.
mission.
Long story.
why would it
don't
be
worry.
crabs? It's in the middle of a fort.
Ignore her. She's stupid.
Oh my god! Dea! She's not.
They're going for the jugular.
I was
Dea.
expecting more of a she knows not what she said. But no.
She's not one of those polite half elves.
Yeah.
Do you expect Dana to be polite?
Ignore her. This is our dumbass.
Morgan.
Don't listen to her. She's got her head stuffed up her ass. It doesn't matter.
Maury just looks at her like the excuse you kind of look.
Dana ignores that. Pointedly. Is Fort Oakart still, functioning? People there.
Absolutely.
Okay.
It's one of the it's one of those forts that they still keep on maps and such, and they make it look all pretty just so that
Tourists.
well, no, it's so that the Odelan military force is known to be in good shape. That's such.
I see. That makes sense.
basically, it's a military fort that is publicly known of because they want to put
They
on a
want
good
you to
show.
know, yeah.
Yeah, they want you to know you're still safe. Don't worry.
Gotcha.
Like Argus.
That will be where we start then, probably.
Okay.
So Deo will share this information as soon as they get back. But yeah.
All right. Well, I certainly do wish you luck finding the fella, but I wouldn't put money on it.
Thank you. Thank you for all your help. We'll get started on helping you wrap up this sawmill piece.
I'm just being straightforward with you. All right. Guy's been gone for 10 years. His body's still around. It's in pieces. You're not going to find him.
I understand. We've been tasked though, and if there's a chance we have to take it.
All right.
But
All right. Good
if
luck.
we don't find anything, we don't find anything. But it's worth the effort.
Gotcha. And I will point out to you guys, Alvaro did give you a file on what happened with Talk and where he was going prior to this. Because
I would like to
he's
say
been
I would
missing
have
for
read it
10
at some
years.
point.
What was that?
I would like to say I would have read it on the journey to Belmere.
Yeah, I'd figure as well. But like,
Yeah.
I'll go over it once you guys are officially
Okay.
On that mission.
Right.
working
Yeah.
on that mission.
Okay, well let's do this first.
Alright, we'll go. We'll
Hey, wait, did you say? Never mind. You're gonna make fun of me again.
what?
I was gonna say because I thought Cole said something about Reddit, and I was like,
Nope.
No?
Didn't
No,
say
yeah.
that.
No.
okay. And
Oh no,
also,
he
I
read
wanna
it.
Oh, okay.
Read the
I
file.
missed the he. I missed the he part. And also, can we make fun of Jill a little bit for crying over Keanu Reeves?
No, it's perfectly reasonable.
Picturing the just wait, yeah.
Coming from the asexual, that was not the response I expected.
What? It's Keanu Reeves.
Really?
He's beautiful. Okay.
Anyway.
Listen.
Listen, I've dealt with enough crying people today.
I literally showed
would've-
her the picture and she started tearing up and I muted the mic so she could cry for a second.
My sister cried like 8 times over Mary Poppins this morning.
It's been a long day.
I know, me too.
That's such a shitty picture.
Shut up! He's perfect.
Is it in the Discord?
Yes.
Oh
He's
boy.
holding a pizza and he's a perfect gentleman.
Which one? Wait, which one is it?
I want to go grocery shopping with him.
Oh,
You're an
oh,
idiot.
Jill, that's not a good picture.
Oh my god.
Jill, I'm sorry.
been a
That's
long
really
day.
bad.
Let
So
her be emotional.
She's
Uh,
been up since 2.
That's
Cole and
Oh,
Jace.
That reminds me. I'm
Yeah.
gonna be right back
Cole
with
and
chicken
Jace.
pieces
Cole
downstairs.
and Jace. Shut up, Kate. Cole and Jace. Are you guys going? Like, are you, Cole? Are you going to be going with
How do I
Gale?
mute this?
I mean, I this is just more while we're just waiting for them.
He's not waiting. He's like
No,
going
no.
out of town.
Oh,
Yeah, no, he's going to do something.
never mind then.
Okay. Never mind that.
I thought he was staying just watching outside.
Oh
no.
no, he even said I've got something I can occupy
Yeah,
myself
the
with.
the
and it's-
giant
yeah.
the giant reindeer man is going to stand near the window, just looking in.
They said I had a red nose. I just
No, stop it.
I'm
Chris
gonna
can't work fast enough.
say, yeah, Cal wouldn't pursue him. No,
All right, that's
so
fine.
he just never mind then.
Now, out of curiosity, Jace, what is Galeth going to do?
So Gale is going to head into the woods. His main goals are looking for food because that is an Outlander thing. Or you can look
Fair
for
enough. You
bunch
can
of
do
food.
that pretty easily with your
Oh, yeah.
feature.
Yep. So basically, he's just gonna fill his pouches with like berries, various nuts. Looking actually for a lot of seeds if he can find seeds because
Yes,
he likes planting things.
you can very easily do stuff like that. Like you know
Yeah.
what edible seeds and nuts and berries you would need. I'll point out a lot of seeds you're not going to find in the forest. At least not like a
Yeah.
good amount of seeds.
Yeah.
If you're in a
yeah.
plains area, maybe you'd be able to find larger seeds that have to be
Oh yeah,
that,
no,
that
absolutely.
are more edible, but here, not really.
Mm-hmm.
You find plenty of tubers and mushrooms and berries and the such.
Yep.
I'm confident you probably even find some that are considered a little more higher end by people who really like them. But yes,
and
you
not
can find food.
potentially food poisoning inducing.
Hey, Outlander, you're safe. Don't worry.
Exactly.
Maury might not be though.
So that's kind of like a side thing. His main goal is to see if he can find any deer or elk bones.
All right.
I'm assuming that there aren't going to be any giant elk here because
No.
this is not the Feywild.
Yet. Nope.
Not
And
yet.
he is also, while he's doing that, he's almost taking a lap around the area of the sawmill just to see if there are like any pockets where there were a bunch of trees that were cut down, just to make sure that this owner guy wasn't lying.
All right.
I'm sorry, stoner guy?
The owner.
The owner,
guy.
Oh.
Mr.
No,
Merrill.
stoner guy is Gale.
Not yet.
The stoner guy is Dawned.
Yeah.
True.
And Gale.
So roll me. So
Investigation?
for the elk bones, are you going to look for like deer that just happen to lay down and die, or are you just looking for anything?
Looking for one specifically that are already dead. He's not gonna take the life of an elk.
Okay. In that case, you're trying to find spots where like a row just kind of a row. I saw row, and I said an elk.
A wild row.
Ta-da!
This is when you find out Lo has been
just-
following him this whole time.
Just sitting in the bushes, staring out at you. No, an elk just kind of like laid down and died.
Quiet.
Yeah.
Connor, can you
That'll be a survival.
Or-
David Attenborough?
Okay. I was gonna
No.
say either that or one that like if it had gotten like half eaten or something like that.
Yeah, I'd just say roll survival. We'll
Yeah.
say.
Ooh.
Okay.
Nice.
Well,
Terrible.
no luck. No luck
Nope.
there. You don't manage
Oh,
to find
well.
anything. Now,
Oh well.
wait, it's worth a shot. Now, out of curiosity,
So he's gonna keep trying until he's got everything he needs
Wow.
for it.
now, what details are you trying to verify that the owner told you about?
So the owner specifically said that he was just getting it from the area.
Yes.
Just kind of looking around. It looked like most of the stuff had been taken from close to the.
Okay. I see what you're trying
Close
to.
to.
Okay.
Yeah, he's looking a little bit further out to see if like they were shipping it in from somewhere else.
Yeah. No, just roll perception then.
Wow.
It's not
You're
a tough.
rolling
It's
so
not
well.
tough. You're looking for cut down trees.
Yeah.
So I'm going to let the 9 pass. I don't care what anybody says.
Alrighty.
I mean, it's your
Um,
game.
I'll
it's-
take it.
They're
You can't
trees.
suddenly see.
Yeah.
They are trees. How do you miss trees?
You
not
would be
that
very
hard.
surprised.
Lack of dark vision, and it's dark.
It's not dark. It's morning.
I know, but I'm just saying that's how you could miss C3.
Fair enough, but still. Yeah, looking around, you do eventually spots where like there are small sections of trees that have been cut away, and it looks like they have been done in like spotted areas where trees were large enough and would be providing the highest yield.
Yeah.
Younger trees were left alone
Okay.
because there's no point in cutting down a sapling for the twigs.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. Well, Gail's then probably gonna take just a couple moments to just kind of wave over them and. Well, at least you're safe now, friends. Grow big and strong, okay? And throw down some of the seeds, just kind of random in a couple of those areas. Not taking too much time to do it. It's more just kind of checking on the forest, and then he's gonna head back.
Gotcha. You do so.
Alrighty.
Fun fact, I love Gil. So much.
He's a good boy.
He's such a good boy.
That's fine. Now for the rest of you guys.
Sup?
What else would you guys like to do? You have found out the information from the sheriff. Is there anything else you need to say to him? I don't think so.
Nope.
Can I try and steal
I
fast
kind of
rounds?
assumed this was going on as like I told him the name, so I kind of they went off as
they got named.
Kate, what did you want to do? Kate.
Wanted to
It's like-
steal his hash browns.
It's like you're just trying to kill your character.
Can you not, Kate? Come on.
To be
I
fair,
was
if she gets
kidding, I was
arrested,
kidding.
we can kick her out. Then
I
she
was
has to use her
kidding.
new character.
Oh my god. I was kidding. No, I wouldn't do that. Hash browns are sacred.
Mm-hmm.
Any potato product is sacred, but can I? Yeah, I'm not gonna do it. I was kidding.
You would hear a gunshot from outside, and you would look, and Ro would be standing in the doorway. Put those down.
That's a quite normal thing.
Oh my god. I'm sorry.
Anyway, I
So-
guess we go talking to people.
Yes. Who would you like to go to speak to first? You have 6 names.
Okay, well, hold on. We probably want to split the party.
Oh, that's a great
Right?
idea.
Because, like,
I
sending...
mean, some of us have already left.
Yeah, that's what I'm assuming. I'm assuming that like as soon as I sent the message to them, they went.
Like, we probably want to go off in, like, pairs or,
We can go
Or
in 3 and
trios.
3. Yeah, the group that we're in currently, the groups that we're in now. If anything, we can communicate with them and find out where they're going, and then we'll go to the other 3 other ones.
Who's
true.
Maddie with, just for the sake of keeping track of her?
I assume she would
probably
have
with
gone
you
with
guys.
Gale,
Yeah, she's probably sticking near Gale.
since that's who she knows.
And we're all assholes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
She is very sweet.
All right. So who's going to who?
Do you guys just want to start at the beginning of the list? And by you guys, I
Sure.
mean Cole and Jill.
Sure, let's go talk to Ernie Wilson.
Wait, who's
I
Gale?
vote.
Or no, did you go without Gale?
No,
Gale
Gale's
walked off on
off
his
in
own.
his forest walk.
Gale went on his own. Gale is off
Okay.
the course.
Gale speaks for the trees.
Okay.
He's doing his own thing.
He's the
does
Lorax
speak
right now.
For the trees.
Gale is
And I will say,
Lorax.
for the sake of simplicity, Maddie went with you to make sure you didn't take poisonous things.
Probably.
Yes.
Probably.
Yeah.
You're like big enough and tough enough that you can eat a lot of things that probably aren't good for you.
Yeah.
Does he
th-
crave that
at all.
mineral?
God, stop.
He's
Not
Gotta
good.
go.
go.
The outdated memes gone.
Yeah, no, and there would have been a lot of conversation about what would taste really good in cakes and various things like
That's-
that for the party.
Cal and his group, y'all are going to speak to Ernie Wilson.
Sure.
Yeah.
Alrighty. So, you were given the name and the location of where Mr. Wilson should be, and by going over to the place, you do see a small-looking hut. Nothing too elegant, but certainly looks sturdy enough to live in, and it looks comfortable. You see sitting on the front porch of this hut is a fairly muscular looking man, tan skin, currently wearing overalls. He's got like a shaved head, and he's just kind of sitting there watching his kids run around. And he
Sorry.
looks over at you guys.
As you were describing
Two
that, Jill was
questions.
getting like smiley and like waving at the thing, and then you said kids, and her entire expression dropped.
And
Rosa laughing so she ain't a homewrecker. Rosa laughing so she ain't a homewrecker.
She also doesn't like kids, and she is a homewrecker.
Oh.
Don't let her deceive you.
I mean, Cal wrecked a few homes on his own, too.
Oh, good lord! And Mercy's gonna walk up to the guy.
Yeah, we'll walk up.
I feel like this is subconsciously happening. Both of them are staring at this guy, and she's just gonna keep going. Like,
And Mercy's
Of course
just
I got
like,
the idiots.
oh no.
I mean, no, Cal would just keep walking forward. He knows how to.
okay,
Rona knows how to read a room.
does she?
Does she?
When we're talking to the family member of someone who is dead, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
No,
she knows how to read
different
a
person.
room.
This
No, you're
is
talking to one of the
a
employees.
worker who
Okay, so-
escaped in
okay.
theory.
A guy who just lost his livelihood.
So just talk to him like you would talk to my dad.
I want you to know she's looking up like she's contemplating it.
No,
Okay.
Um, yes, I'll say, do you have a minute where we could talk somewhere where we want your
yeah.
kids overhearing?
Yes. Who are you folks?
We're with
We're
the
with
Blue
the Blue
Cloaks.
Cloaks.
We're investigating the fire over at
Oh.
the sawmill.
Oh, okay. That's nice to hear. What can I help you with?
What
Your
can you
boss
tell
is
us about the day
dead.
of the fire?
Everyone was questioning at the same time.
well, you
All together
no,
now.
Mercy went, "Where were you at the time of the fire?" And then Cal went, "Your boss is dead."
'Cause, like, I want to see how he reacts to that.
Two very different reactions.
Master of
Are
subtlety.
you talking about
In before confused.
You talking about Oscar?
Yeah. No.
But
Meryl's.
yeah, Oscar is dead, but so is Leona.
Valentine's dead.
Who?
Valentine Meryl's, I'm assuming.
Yeah, that was his name.
Yeah, he
Yeah,
didn't really
wow.
introduce himself that well.
Wow. All right. Okay.
Can I don't know if this is an insight check, but does he seem shocked? Does he seem upset?
Insight.
Okay. We've got a +10 now, guys. It's exciting.
Hey.
Either
And now
one.
you're gonna roll a 1.
Natural one.
Yep.
Natural
You betcha.
Oh,
Nope.
okay.
Damn.
Damn. All right.
That's
Nope,
a
you did not.
14.
Damn, damn.
Yeah, I'll have you step into whisper just so I can say
D&D Beyond.
Guys,
Sponsor us, please.
I want you guys to know, I sent Connor pictures of really cute rats, and all he sent back was ew and disgusting, and I'm hurt.
How
and
are you
offended.
surprised?
Oh, I'm just gonna
He
keep sending him
hates
stuff.
rat-
You guys need to realize, I just sent him stuff he hates.
Guys, I sent a bunch of pictures of
Why
Connor
is-
Reeves in the Discord, and
I
I didn't
saw
get any
that.
response.
I also sent him
I'm kind of
Lebanese
shocked.
vagina
Looking
cake.
at them now.
Michelle, how many pictures of me have you sent?
What?
You
Uh,
send him things he hates.
He doesn't hate you.
I don't send him anything. Literally, Connor and I just have conversations
Wait.
about this game. I never said
I
things.
mixed up. Okay.
Meanwhile,
Yeah, I
he and
don't-
I sent
Oh.
the same emoji face at each other for a straight hour.
I ask him a lot of questions, and then sometimes I just send him stuff that I know he doesn't like pictures
Oh,
of salt
boy.
lamps.
I'm really excited
No,
for
that's
the
what I
cabin.
meant. Not Michelle, Jess. Oh my
Michelle
God,
sent
I'm
him
very
like literally, literally conversations that Connor and I have are just about the game. Like I don't talk to him about other things.
Hold on, I'll show
I
you guys what I
annoy
literally
him.
just sent him. I'll send it in our.
I just do
chat.
tree things.
He just said it's gross, and I want to punch him. That's what I just sent him, by the
What
way.
I'm amused is Kate keeps
What,
sending
dude?
me cute rat photos.
I occasionally do.
You do, and I think they're cute, but it's also really funny because I'm definitely playing up how much I like rats.
Oh, absolutely.
Like,
My
no, they're
favorite-
Somebody I follow posts rats sometimes.
yeah, no, they're
And you're
cute.
the
They're
only
cute.
person who I like it. Who I
They're,
know
they're
likes
cute
it.
and I like them, but it's also like they're not even my favorite animal. Like I.
Guys.
Oh my
My
god, how
favorite
long is
thing-
this taking? Okay, there we go.
There we go.
Jesus.
Hello.
Yeah, I had to respond to someone sending me pictures of rats.
Oh,
I
hey,
wonder
you're
who
just
did
What are you
talking
that.
about-
talking about?
Fucking disgusting
What are you-
rodents.
Choke.
Would you rather I
No.
send you pictures of salt lamps?
I'm gonna tell you right now. Rats are disgusting. They leave messes everywhere, and I've had to deal with them. So I don't like
I had
rodents.
rodents. I know.
I mean, it's fair.
I had jubbles.
Anyway,
Girlfriend had a guinea pig, I think.
I have two.
But yeah. Cole, I told you what I told you.
Mm-hmm.
Oh dear.
Which
I guess
was? No, just kidding.
at that point, Kel, so you don't seem terribly upset that he's gone.
About Meryl's.
Yeah. Everything okay between you two?
He wasn't exactly a good person.
How so?
He's just a bit much.
In what way?
Roll persuasion.
Okay.
Roll for salsa.
Sweden.
yeah.
He just wasn't. He was a bit hard on people.
Do you think perhaps he was a bad enough person to maybe murder somebody? Not that I'm not saying he did, but do you think he would?
I want
capable of
you
Good
to
one,
roll.
bro.
I want you, Jill, to roll a
Come on.
persuasion check and then a insight check.
Okay, I can't see Jessica. I have bad eyes. No, literally, I can't see
Oh.
it.
You
Okay.
focus your eyes.
me.
Persuasion and then insight.
Yes.
Okay, persuasion. Insight.
Okay.
Okay,
Damn.
okay. Not too bad, not too shabby. Okay. Not
Uh,
bad.
Okay, I'm gonna need you to step into whisper.
Jill's
Ooh.
first whisper, guys! Jill's first whispers! Baby's first
Guys,
whisper.
D&D Beyond.
It's an amazing service. I'd
It
recommend
is
it
actually.
now.
I run my
would
entire
recommend them
Wednesday
to
game.
sponsor us.
Actually, D&D
all
Beyond.
of
I
our
run an
one
entire
viewer.
game. I've run like I think 6 games, like all off of stuff on D&D Beyond. It's a very easy site to
I
use.
use it.
Mhm.
Yeah, I use it to make
We
my
are not
character
sponsored,
sheets.
by the way. We have one viewer.
Unless you want to sponsor us, D&D
And
Beyond.
I think that one viewer is me.
Yeah, we are up
That's
and coming.
okay.
D&D Beyond. If you want to sponsor us.
Get us now before someone else sponsors us, like Roll20.
I can walk
Yeah.
our DM through how to use it and make it easy on everybody.
hmm
Yeah.
One day when Connor trusts
Well,
us to
listen,
be honest about
we
our
become
roles,
famous
we
like
can use
50
it.
episodes in. Like it's like 50 episodes in, and you just have like that log of this to, like watch, like a whole year of stuff.
Oh,
Can you imagine?
That'd be
Oh my
nice.
God.
I hope we
That'd
get
be
there.
cool. We'll get
I
there.
mean, we're already like 15.
I'm not-
We're
I mean-
a quarter of the way there.
Hello, I'm back. Hello.
It's nice.
Rose true
Yeah.
accent. Rose true accent has come through.
Oh no, you caught me.
Oh no!
Um,
Damn it! Damn it!
Damn it! No, you
Damn
caught
it.
me.
Oh no!
This is a very bad accent, guys.
Hey.
No, keep it up. I love it.
My wife.
No way.
I'll just be happy she's not doing Justice's voice.
Stop it now.
Yes, it's Jester's voice.
Stop it, Jace.
What?
Use Jester's voice with the traveler.
Shut the fuck up.
Traveler, he's so
Okay, cute. anyway. Look at
him with the
stuffy
unicorn.
I will
Stop.
mute all of you.
Everyone
Eric,
I'm not
stop.
saying
Jen.
shit.
I'm muting everybody.
Like after as Ro now sees what she saw with her eyes, she's gonna kind of lean in a little more and go, "All right."
Shut up, Kate.
She's gonna kind of lean in and go, "Care to elaborate a little bit on that facial expression you just dropped?"
Well, I didn't think he did.
Mm-hmm.
You know you can tell us anything. None of this is coming back to you.
We know you didn't kill Meryl, so
No, I didn't.
Nothing you say will hurt you or your family.
Everything you say, canon, will be held against you.
Okay.
So only say my name.
So, Meryl's and the foreman, Mr. Hart, they didn't get on the best. Valentine kept cutting corners and wanting us to work more, and Hart was pretty against it.
Oh, that's a lot of blood.
And there was an argument a few days ago.
and the fire started.
Yeah. There was an argument, and they started shouting, and I was doing my own work off in the corner, and I turned around, and Meryl shoved him, and Oscar went right into the blades.
Would you be willing to testify this in front of the sheriff?
Yeah.
Thank
By
you.
this point, I kind of
Can I insight check to make sure he's telling the truth about that?
You can. He is telling the truth.
Okay.
Do you think any of your other coworkers would come forward with this information? Or are you the only one who saw it?
I mean, it's the Meryl's is dead, so we're out of work. So
You
Not
might
like
be able to
he-
get some compensation out of his family if he's got any.
It's not like he can fire us.
You're not wrong.
Maybe
Mhm.
not in the way you're thinking.
All right. Well,
I
geez.
mean, we're not there.
Tell
so.
us more about Oscar. He seemed like he cared about you workers, but
He was a nice fellow. Worked hard. He was quite decent.
sounds like he stood up for a lot of you guys.
Yeah.
Since Valentine kept trying to cut corners and make you work harder. for
Yeah.
that reason.
He was a decent fella. It really is a shame. Yeah. Just recently had a. Just recently got married. You know.
Oh,
Connor, you son of a bitch. Gotta put salt in that wound, don't you?
I miss Oscar.
Apparently, you never spoke to him.
I know.
Can
I
I
miss him.
infer that that's who he was crying
No.
about because like he talked to,
No.
or
That's not it.
okay?
That's all I have, guys.
You solved the
Oh yeah.
mystery.
Actually, I should. Yeah, hold on.
He's typing.
Oh, not.
Hulu?
Ow.
Yeah, Jill, I'm sending you a message.
Me, okay. Why did I just start singing the Inspector Gadget theme song?
I don't know where that came from. Your subconscious wants you to watch Inspector Gadget. Watch the movie that's kind of crummy, but also sort of good.
Was the guy in Inspector Gadget? Sorry.
Matthew Broderick.
Oh god,
was
you're
Ferris
right, it
Bueller.
was Matthew Broderick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, I got distracted. That's what I was gonna say, but I was reading the message.
Was it really Matthew
Okay.
Broderick?
Yes.
Yeah, I was.
Yeah,
It
it's just an
was.
older Matthew Broderick.
He did
Holy
not age
shit.
well. Sorry, Matthew Broderick, if you're watching our D&D
Well,
stream.
he did
What?
accidentally. To
Why?
be fair to him, he aged really badly because he did kill a guy by accident.
I know.
Oh
Oh.
yeah, he did.
Oh
I'm
right.
sorry, what?
He hit a
Oh,
guy with a car, didn't he?
it's okay, guys.
Yeah. Anyway,
Sorry.
D&D.
tangent.
I don't know. I with that message, I feel like Ro having noticed that, like, that, she would try to, like, pat his shoulder.
Can she reach his?
But, like,
Sympathy.
awkwardly, like, sorry. She's trying to be nicer. It just isn't really going well, you know?
Yeah, I know. I do.
It's a battle.
I'll point out you don't know what it is about.
It's just, okay. When she pats him, she goes, I don't know why you were crying,
Uh,
but I'm
Um,
sorry.
it was just a family matter. You know.
Insight check that. I don't believe it.
Okay.
Can I roll insight? I want to try and get.
You're not there.
No. I'm not.
No.
Oh,
Ooh.
No.
Damn.
Kelsey
19.
is old.
Got it. He's telling the truth.
Okay, can I take a
What is
glance
that?
over at his
Pull
kids
us all.
who are
Yeah, that's fine.
playing? Do
Yeah,
I
that's fine.
see anything unusual?
No.
Do I look around? Do I see any evidence that his wife is nearby?
Perception check.
Okay.
Perception check.
You hear noises from inside the building.
Damn it.
So you'd assume yes.
Okay.
He doesn't have a job and his wife is worried.
Okay.
Thank you for your time
Yeah.
and your honesty. We'll try to connect the sheriff with you sometime within the next day or so.
No problem.
Jessica just hit her elbow so fucking hard. It
Uh.
shook my whole desk.
I heard it.
We all heard it.
I heard a very faint flat.
I'm assuming this is the point where we finished our conversation with the sheriff.
Yes.
So I'm gonna look at Morgan and I'm gonna say as we're walking out, I'm gonna say, Morgan, can you find out who they've spoken to so we can so we don't, go inside. And
Of
we can
course.
split the names.
Maybe they've
Oh,
already
Wait,
found
I
the
want
killer.
to
Yeah, or
go back
perhaps
to
I.
dude.
The sheriff.
So I.
No, not the sheriff. It has. What
The
is
next
it?
person on the
Ernie?
list.
No.
Ernie?
Ernie. I want to talk to Ernie real quick.
All right.
So sorry, but did you catch what they specifically they were arguing about when
It was just-
Valentine
it was
pushed him
just,
onto the cell?
just more of the same, really. Working longer hours, broken boards, stuff like that.
Do you know why he was wanted you guys to work longer hours?
Greedy son of a bitch.
Was it just greed, or was there some deadline that he was trying to meet?
I'm not sure. I'm assuming we wanted to turn the profit, something of that sort. I really don't know.
All right. Thank you for your time.
As they're walking away, Rose says, like, semi-loudly, sounds like that asshole got what he deserved. So.
All right.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
so-
sort of look back, and does he react at all to that?
No. He just kind of gazes off in the distance.
Okay.
I kind of feel bad for
Ring,
these
ring.
people.
Yeah, so, yeah. This is us contacting you. Ring, ring, ring.
Oh my god.
Hey,
Hello?
whoa, do you hear
Hello?
that sick beat?
Son of a bitch.
Happens again.
I'll point out the one who has to be using, like, the people who have the discs have to talk through the discs.
No, I
and they
know.
have to
Hello?
go over to the discs.
yes.
Oh yeah, Mercy's got
Same.
it out. I couldn't resist the joke.
I know.
Hello? Mercy, is that you?
You've reached the intercom system of Mercy. Odin.
It's
Please
not
don't
a thing.
There is no such thing as fantasy voicemail.
Not yet.
Nope.
But no, yeah, we have some
we-
good news and some bad news.
What's the bad news?
Bad news,
Okay.
there's a lot of people out of work and people have been crying. Good
Oh,
news.
they'll deal with that.
Good news. He was definitely a murderer, the saw owner man was.
What?
Yeah, one of the
What?
employees just confirmed that he watched him push Oscar onto the saw blades
You
and
mean
kill him.
Meryl's?
No,
Run
Oscar
that
got pushed
by-
onto the saw
Oh,
blades.
Meryl's pushed Oscar.
Yeah.
Okay.
So the killer
Sorry.
is already dead.
Yeah, we should
Well-
probably just tell the sheriff and connect them to the people. And then we can leave.
Are you sure?
I mean,
like,
your brother
certain that-
seemed pretty sure.
Right,
Cal-
but I wouldn't mind necessarily talking with everyone else just to cover all bases.
No, I trust Cal. If
I
Cal
would like
thinks
to at least talk with one more person.
one more, sure, but if you're
Pick a
if
random
you're
person.
already confident, then we probably don't need to talk to all of them. And I trust your judgment, Cal.
I know, sister.
Perhaps we should all meet at the perhaps we should all meet at the next person's house, or do you not want, well, maybe
Meet us
perhaps-
at Sunny Greens.
Just
Okay.
a thought. Maybe only some of us should go in, having like 7 people corner him.
Yeah,
No,
perhaps.
it'll be fine.
Or
Tell us
6.
what you know.
I guess. Yes.
Is there anything else in this town besides
It's a
like?
podunk sawmill town.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
There were a few, like, there's a general shop, and there's
Yeah.
a small grocer, and that's about it.
Okay.
And
never
then there's
mind
the church in the center that
Yes,
I rolled a
there's
zero
and then
on
there's
trying to
and then there's the
identify.
church at the symbol that you don't recognize.
That 0 on religion.
Yeah.
Quick note for the DM. The way Gale's coming back, he's coming back by the sawmill to grab the cart that we left at the sawmill.
Gotcha.
Because I don't think it was ever said that we took the cart back
Yeah,
into
I would
town.
use restroom.
Sure.
That's valid.
So Gale is grabbing the cart on the way back and bringing it into town.
Gotcha. That's cool.
Yeah, you guys can probably just go to the next house and we'll figure out something to do here.
Alright. Have fun shopping, talking to people, getting drunk.
No.
Oh wait, well, it was with us. Never mind.
Yeah, to be fair, I
And
think the people of the party
Callus.
are already here.
Um,
And I say, and I fist bump bro.
God.
Yeah.
Except you have to reach way down in order to fist bump her.
Oh.
'Cause-
That's right.
That's right.
Um, have a little girls' night.
What?
Oh, yeah, it
It's
is
the
in
middle of the day.
In the middle of the day.
It is definitely like noon. Not even.
Okay.
What time
Sunny
is it?
Green.
It is like noon. There's really like
Maybe we'll have lunch for when you get back. I don't know.
Check in with Sunny Green, check in with Sheriff, and then leave.
Yeah,
Oh, and probably find Gale wherever he went.
he'll show up.
And Maddie.
I'm sure.
Forest man.
We lost the Kate.
Yeah, Kate's laptop
Yeah,
died.
her laptop died.
That's fine.
rip.
She's having lunch apparently.
no biggie. So, you guys are gonna head over to Sunny Greens.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So, you guys begin making your way over to the location that was pointed out to you by the sheriff, and you are looking at a fairly ramshackle-looking building, less well kept. Certainly does not appear to have a woman's touch at all, or anybody's touch in several years. But that does appear to be the building.
You think they got paid shitty?
No,
From
I
the
think
sounds
it's
of it,
all in
like,
cash.
You did.
Sarcasm, oh. Sarcasm. Nobody on the porch?
I
Then
go
let's go
over
up
and
and
knock on the door.
Who is it? Who is there?
We're from the Blue Cloaks. We have a few questions for you.
Yeah, give me a second.
Of course, we picked the fucking least functional person who worked at the sawmill to question.
Opens the door.
It'll be
He
fine.
opens up the door. You do see behind the standing behind the door a man with some bloodshot eyes and medium length hair for a male. He does not appear to be wearing a shirt currently.
Of course.
Does he have a beer belly?
No, but he certainly isn't someone that should be wearing a shirt without a shirt. You know,
That's fair.
it's
I
like
can't believe Connor
think-
put my brother into the game.
think more NASCAR audience. You know, someone who should be wearing a shirt that is not currently.
Oh, so he has liver failure.
Potentially.
Attracted switch off.
Does he seem drunk?
Yeah. What's up?
Does he seem drunk?
Either drunk or hungover. One of those two.
Does
Can
he
I-
reek of old alcohol?
Faintly.
Ugh.
Ro doesn't even flinch. Been there, done that.
Mm-hmm.
What do you mean that done that?
Huh?
I said, in what way do you mean done that?
She's
Have
been
you-
hungover before.
Oh, okay.
I was
Yeah,
a
I'm just
drunkard.
So,
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 your boss is dead. How does that make you feel?
how are you talking about Hart?
Both of
um,
them, actually. The sawmill owner and Hart.
No.
Fuck. That dickhead's dead.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
I feel like he's gonna say that in my face and our hands.
Oh, sorry. Give me a second. Oh,
If he goes to puke, I'm leaving.
no, rough night. I'm sorry. Oh,
doing what?
You're not there.
you're not fucking there.
Kate.
I forgot. Shit.
Hey.
Okay, I'm sorry. Right. Yeah. Sorry.
You're
Rough night
with me
drinking.
and Dea.
I thought. Okay.
Yeah, I bet.
And what did you have to drink? Why were you drinking? Just having a good time, or?
Do you know how much you had to drink last night, sir?
Give me an idea how fast you were going.
He's just running down the middle of the town.
He's been hasted, guys.
It was
He's
on
been
a horse.
Sir, did you know it's illegal to haste after you've had more than 2 ales?
It's illegal to haste and ride.
I need to see your wand and your identification, please.
Oh no, it's so dumb.
You don't want to see his wand. Trust me. He probably is
Hey.
Oh, that's nice.
All right,
do
that's the end of the session.
Um,
for the day.
All right.
He was drinking.
I'm sorry. Back to D&D.
Sawmill burnt down. Oh, why
Yeah,
wouldn't I be?
Are you happy about that, or
Down a fucking job.
Well, yeah.
Fair enough.
fair enough?
Did you see what happened the day of the what were you doing the day of the fire?
Lifting logs.
Did you see your bosses fight?
Persuasion.
Ugh.
Get in there with that persuasion.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Never mind.
Got that +6, but it don't mean shit when I roll shit. I could use luck.
Nah, sorry, I am.
Eh.
Just can't think of much of anything at the moment.
Can I insight check that?
Sure.
See if he's just not telling us stuff.
Wow.
Plus
It doesn't
10.
matter.
You got a feeling he's angling for some money.
I'll lean over and say, tell you what, I'll cure your hangover if you give us some answers.
Roll persuasion.
Okay.
Can he actually do that?
I can.
I'll give you advantage. Roll persuasion with
I
advantage.
would assume with lesser restoration since it can cure diseases and poisoned.
Damn.
Uh,
Hey, that means he can cure your hangover every morning.
22.
22.
No.
2. Oh boy, you're so lucky. Lesser restoration doesn't have a monetary cost.
It's free, man.
It is,
Free.
thank God.
No, I don't think greater restoration is money either.
I don't know. I don't remember.
Greater restoration.
Um,
Oh, it does. That's unfortunate.
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Fuck, kill me. Yeah. He shoved what's his name? Oscar.
Oscar.
Yeah, he just pushed him right into the cutting thing.
Why?
I don't know. Some stupid argument. Something of that sort.
Something about what?
Some kind of an argument.
Would you be willing to tell the sheriff this?
Yeah. Do I get paid?
I have no idea. I don't know what kind of will you had with the whole, what kind of
That
insurance the sawmill
is
had.
up to the sheriff.
Probably try to talk him into it, but that's up to you, man.
We'll put in a good word for you.
All right. You gotta get rid of the my headache.
Sure. And he'll reach over and I mean, Kyle doesn't care either way, but he's gonna sort of half flirtingly, cup his cheeks and then cast lesser restoration. Just to be all friendly.
Oh, Cal, why?
Wow, he's a
Listen.
drunkard.
He's manipulative.
I don't think hitting on the drunk is gonna help you.
Yeah. So you cast restoration, and you do see his eyes begin to lose that bloodshot look to them, and he seems a little better. But yeah, got the information you need from the guy.
Mm-hmm. And you don't know what they were arguing about.
No. Can't really say I do. Something about something unimportant.
Tell us more about Oscar.
He was the foreman. He made us do work. Yeah, that was about it.
Did you like him?
I mean, he was fine. Didn't want to go drinking with me.
Couldn't understand why.
Not the partying type, or something else?
Something. I don't know. It's a wet blanket. That's all.
That blanket. Well,
Anything else?
That's all I got.
not that I can think of, yeah.
I just wanted to make sure there was more than one person who could
Collaborate.
Thank you.
Stop.
Words.
You mean corroborate?
I'm not good at words.
Uh-huh.
Collaborate when you smack someone really hard with a hand.
It's clobbering time.
It's collaborating time.
Yeah.
when you punch them really hard in the head and they start agreeing with you.
Oh no.
Oh
That
boy.
was dumb.
Oh boy.
So are you guys?
Everything I do is dumb.
Okay, as we mosey on back to town, I would like to go to the temple.
I mean, he can mosey on, but I'm gonna walk.
Well, did Rudy and
What happened?
Dan whatever do stuff while you were? Sorry, excuse me.
Did you guys want to?
Not really. I mean,
Dea was gonna go to the general store and buy a treat for her rat, I guess. It deserves good food sometimes too.
Whatever.
she's just. I mean, Rudy's just gonna like hang in the.
This is a recent rat you've gotten, by the way, because it's not the one you had since you were a kid. It'd be dead.
No, she didn't have a rat when she was a kid. This is you.
Okay.
I told. It's in the backstory I gave you. You know when she got it.
Yeah, I just don't care all that much.
Rudy's just
Stupid
gonna
fucking
like
rat.
hang. It's just like this is a very podunk town, so this doesn't
Sorry
really
about
have anything she needs. So she's just gonna like sit at a table in the tavern and continue to work on her cipher.
Gotcha. And Becca, what are you gonna get for the rat?
Oh god, what do rats eat? I guess just
Anything? Other
Meat?
animals?
I guess she's gonna-
Ratatouille.
No.
Ugh.
Sorry, I should have
God
thought this
damn-
earlier.
Becca, really?
Well, she's
They're
gonna,
they're basically omnivorous. They'll eat anything.
yeah, she's gonna get like a bag of like jerky. So that's also like it stores. She can eat it too if she wants it, and she can break off little pieces.
You can get like a bag of jerky for like a silver.
Yeah, let's do that.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
All right, and Cal is gonna go to the temple.
Mm-hmm.
All right. As you begin making your way over to the church that is towards the middle of town, you do see on the stained glass window there is a. Let me double check what the symbol is.
He has to make sure he knows what temple it is.
You do see on the stained glass the symbol of a sword facing downward with like a depiction of a sun near where the handle and hilt would be.
Okay. Cole knows what deity this is for, but Cal does not, apparently.
It is not ceremony.
I am aware.
Gotcha.
It's just to confirm for Cole, it's like Iomide or whatever her name is.
Yeah, it's Iomade.
Iomide, okay. So
God
I
bless
guess
you.
I go in unless the door's locked.
It is not. It's a church. It's not really locked until night. Inside of the building, you do see a well-made church. You see pews. You see an altar at the very end of the room. You do see a lone priest sitting in a chair and reading what appears to be some scriptures. At the moment, it's fairly quiet, as maybe there's already a service. Maybe they yet have it. We don't know.
And is there anybody really else in the room?
No, just the priest.
Okay. I guess I walk on over and greet him.
Okay, you walk on over to the priest, and you see a man wearing these gold and red vestments. He looks to be quite up in his quite further along in his years. He looks like he is probably a half elf, so that means he's probably in his hundreds. He's definitely up there.
Mhm.
But he has a fairly amiable smile and fairly wispy gray hair at the crown of his head. Yes. Hello. How may I help you?
Hi, I'm in need of some guidance, and I feel like you'd be the person to talk to.
Oh, yes, son. I can aid you with whatever you need.
Well, for starters, from one person of the cloth to another, and I sort of show my holy symbol to him.
Ah, you're a follower of of Sarenrae.
Indeed. And
That's very good. She's a respectable deity.
yes, and your deity is, since
Hello?
I'm afraid I'm a bit new to this.
Oh, this is the Church of Iomade, a goddess of glory, law, uh, justice. She is beautiful and powerful. Uh, but I apologize. Uh, you follow the Redeemer, not
Hmm.
the Lawkeeper.
And, well, you're aware of the fire that was happening over at the Saw,
Yes,
so.
a terrible, terrible thing. I heard Sir Mr. Hart was in the fire. Poor fellow.
It should be.
Well,
He was
it
a good,
turned
he was a
out
good young man.
that's the impression that I'm getting from what research I've done and trying to figure out what happened. From what it sounds like, Valentine Merrills was the one who ended his life by pushing him into the saw blades.
That's a tragedy. I can't say I was familiar with Valentine, but it's a shame.
I have a
The
question,
Lawkeeper will pass justice on him.
though. I'm sure she will, but I'm more worried about Oscar at this point. You see, when we first arrived at the sawmill, one of my compatriots had suggested that some sort of creature had caused the ever-burning fire. So I performed a spell that Sarenrae had gifted me and found out that there was an undead that caused this. And when I attempted to repel it, Oscar came out as some sort of undead being seeking vengeance. Is that normal?
You said the young man came back out.
Mm-hmm. In a cloak of fire, filled with rage.
It's that sounds simply dreadful. I pity the young man, but I'm afraid I'm my teachings were more for aiding people and uh, bringing forward the lessons of the Lawkeeper. But I don't know very much about uh, the undead. I'm very sorry.
Well, I appreciate you speaking with me anyway. Is there someone around town who might be more knowledgeable about this?
I'm sorry, son. This is just a simple village. We we farm. We uh, used to cut down trees, and that was about it. Just a simple village.
It's nice here. I spent most of my
I
life
would-
on the sea, and
Oh,
this is not bad for a village.
you're a sailor.
Indeed.
It's very good, young man. Very good. I don't know much about that life. I lived here. Well, I lived in Rodela for as long as I've been around. But still, I'm sorry I can't provide any assistance.
It's fine. I'm worried about it, so don't want it happening again.
That would be very worrying. I may attempt to look through some of my scriptures and attempt to find out anything on the undead, but I was never one for combat and the like. But yes, I that's what I believe I would do.
Fair enough. Thank you for speaking with me. I will leave you to your preparations for the sermon.
Please enjoy the rest of your day, young man.
May the Redeemer smile on you.
Yes, and you.
And I guess I walk away.
Okay.
That was not as helpful as I thought it would be.
Talking to an old priest, man. What do you expect?
I don't know. Listen, I
Fair enough.
don't know anything about like
He wanted
religion and
some
undead and
guidance.
stuff.
Yeah,
So he's
I
just
mean,
gonna ask.
It's a
the
good
church.
cantrip.
fair enough. But it's just an old priest. That's all.
I gathered. Alright,
So
I
Are we
guess-
all gathering in the tavern then?
it's up to you guys.
I
Are
would
we
gather.
all-
so.
So yeah.
It's the only place we all really know in town
Right,
besides
Daya's
the
gonna,
burned
like-
out sawmill.
Daya's gonna wait outside and like try to find Cal, and he disappears for like half an hour to go talk to a priest. But but yeah, tavern.
That's where Gale would have headed back to as well.
Oh fuck! Did I fuck up and say the lawkeeper instead of the lawburner at one point?
I
Maybe.
don't remember.
I apologize.
It's fine.
I was zoning out so hard.
I
If
assume.
no one noticed the mistake, did it really happen?
Yes, it did.
It's for
Anyway.
That's fine.
Is the sheriff in the tavern still, or did he go somewhere else?
It's
I don't
happened
know
over
if
a period of like an hour or two. So by now, yes, he would have wandered off and he's probably speaking to some of his constables.
Okay. So we need to figure out our game plan.
Alright,
I need
so
to use the
we-
bathroom again. I'll be right back.
God damn.
Hey.
So, what would you all like to do?
So it sounds like Meryl's shoved Oscar onto
And
the sublights
Meryl
after
was-
arguing about something. Oscar got mad and came back as some sort of angry ghost.
and then killed
That's a lot of
Perils.
rage.
So and then therefore, you know, fulfilling his revenge and getting justice for his betrayal. There's nothing else we have to do here.
No. Whole
Other
mystery.
than
Solved
maybe
it in
tell
a
the
little bow.
sheriff. We'll inform the sheriff and then go on our way.
Perhaps we should tell everyone that we figured it out,
We can give
and we
him
should
a
decide.
ring.
And we should
I think-
decide if we're going to stop on our way to the other town. It is on the way, and I
Well,
would like to.
Is it?
according to the map, if I remember correctly, there's not a clear path from Belmare
No,
to
we would have had to
Henshaw.
go to the woods.
unless
it
you
would,
feel
it
like
would certainly be faster to cut straight through the woods. Mind you, you'd be cutting straight through the woods.
I would much rather stay on the road,
Gale can navigate.
but I do want to. I
Shut up,
kind of
boys.
want to. I would
Is he
like
back yet?
to collect our money.
I don't know.
I mean, I'd imagine by now, yes, you would be back.
I mean,
So you just
I
you
would-
just randomly would see him just look in the window and go, okay, they're there, and just stand by the cart.
Should we go outside and get his opinion, or
Yeah, let's go chill by the cart and talk
Yeah,
to Gale.
okay.
And
I love the idea
Maddie.
of like Gale like waving through the window like
It's like
Oh, it's totally a oh hi.
it's like when a
Oh.
deer is like standing right at the front of like
Window.
one of those glass doors to like a store, and it's just kind of standing there looking in. Like,
I
what
want
are
you
you
to
people
know-
doing there?
Yeah.
When you said that, I saw Jillian have a flashback to something that happened to her once.
I was in a restaurant and a deer jumped through the window once.
Holy shit! What?
Oh, dude, no. My college campus, we had a deer break a door.
Oh my god.
Bananas.
I wasn't
Deer
That
there,
is
but,
why we like
they
deer
broke
here.
they shatter like a buck like
The other
ran
little
into the
cats,
student
not
union.
rats.
Well, it's a delightful
Okay.
story.
Well,
Okay,
Gale
anyways,
doesn't do that because he
Deer-
understands that glass is a thing.
does
Um,
What is this barrier?
I don't understand it. I
You know how
Who is this
Grandma-
other buck? Where did he come from?
Oh my god.
Oh, it's another friend. I must kill him.
Okay, anyways, we go outside and gather around the cart with him.
All
Well,
right.
hello everyone. Did we find out everything that we
We
needed
did. There's nothing
Oh.
left for us
Ouch.
to do in this case.
Meryl's
other
had
than,
it coming.
Than,
Was a
to?
murder
Oh,
most now.
okay. I
We
would've
can
assumed so.
either. So, here's the thing that I would like to stop Pack to go up and back to Sustain on the way to the next town to do it on the roads because I do want to collect our money. I have something I need to pick up from see if when I can pick it up from Masagio as well.
You ordered something from Danae?
I ordered a book.
Books are excellent. Those
well,
are
I
they're
suppose
nice to
a
have.
few extra
This is-
days won't change the 10-year-old cold case.
It truly won't. And it would be nice to if people need to stock up, if they would like to get better armor, what have you. We'll only be there for a day at most, and then we can head on our way.
I didn't write down how much money you guys make from this shit.
It's
$750
$750 for this job.
You.
It's
I
a
need,
take
to write,
on our
I need to get better at writing that down.
It was a million.
That is always
No.
the struggle. Hey, do you remember this thing? Yeah, no,
It was
they don't
1,000
have it in
gold.
stock. Fuck, what was that again?
God damn it.
Okay, so
That's why
That's why my rule for like them losing stuff is if you lose it, it's gone. Like
Yeah.
if it's not in your inventory, fuck you. I'm not bringing it back up.
Alright,
Same.
so everyone want to head back then, get our money.
let's
Sure.
speak with. Well, do we inform the sheriff?
Yeah,
do we
we're
tell the
going to
sheriff?
talk to the
Yeah,
sheriff
we're gonna
before we
find the
leave.
sheriff.
Oh, okay, I
But-
want to use the bathroom, so
Okay.
Oh, you just.
never mind. Go. I walked away and came back, so I missed like a little.
Oh.
No.
Nope.
It was
The
750. I have it
multi-thousand
in
job
was really
was the
750.
other one.
The other
was
one's
the
5,000.
It's 5,000
If we-
if you can find
is it-
him alive.
alive.
2,000 if you find his belt.
What if we find like more of him than just the belt?
If, he,
That'd
if
be great.
we find him
Arm.
dead, it's 2,000.
2,000,
If you find him
250.
alive, it's 5,000. That's the
There you
line.
go.
Bring back
Anyway.
the finger.
Granted, if you find his belt, well, you found his belt. That's great. But you just found his belt. That's it.
Hmm
We find
Anyway.
another 25.
So let's go
gold for
talk to the
hand.
sheriff then.
Okay.
Looking around the village a bit, you do eventually find a small congregation of the purple-clad individuals that you saw previously, and of course, Sheriff Mercy. It looks like he's just kind of listening to what they have to say about what they have found so far, and eventually he just kind of looks over at you all, looks at the constables, and goes, "Give me a minute."
Hello again, Sheriff.
Hello there.
We've-
So, what'd you
Good
find?
news and bad news.
Mostly,
Okay,
Mostly good news.
mostly good.
all right.
The bad news is the good news is your paperwork's gonna be a lot easier.
All right, that's
The
better.
bad news is this was definitely a lot of murder.
Okay.
It was 2 murders.
It was murder.
One murder was
That's
justified.
not a lot of murder.
Anywho, there was a fight between the sawmill owner and the foreman. Sawmill owner pushed the foreman onto the blades, killed him.
Real dead.
Will dead. Caused the vengeful spirit, caused the fire. Some of the workers are willing to testify and corroborate that story.
Well, at the very least, that helps. The whole vengeful spirit part is going to be a little odd to have on my paperwork, but still,
Yeah,
it'll
I'm
definitely
afraid
help.
But it's
There's-
I
what
tried asking the
happens.
temple, but they weren't as informative as I was hoping.
Yes, unfortunately, Mr. Elred is a bit. He's a nice fellow, but he ain't exactly a paladin of Yomade. Just a priest, you know. So-
Right.
He's only so helpful.
Hmm
Nice old fella.
Well, you saw this
did seem
vengeful
quite nice.
spirit yourself, so that's
took a good couple shots
That
at
I
it
did.
too.
yeah.
That I did.
So there's no way around that. He killed his killer.
Still, it's better to have an individual brought to justice instead of
Of
allowing
course.
that to happen.
Yeah. Well, unfortunately, the individual brought to justice is already dead.
You could
What?
always say that he felt remorse for his deeds and tried to pull the body out, and there was an unfortunate collapse.
Why would he do that?
Let's not fake
Gale?
paperwork.
Son, there's no need for me to be doing that.
You said you wanted simple paperwork. It's a simple story.
Simple
Keeping the
paperwork is
story
not the
honest,
truth.
though, is better.
I've seen it done. Figured I would offer.
Well,
Can I ask you something, Sheriff?
yes.
Do you know what's going to happen to the workers? Some of them are pretty concerned about what they're going to be doing with their lives now.
Well, I'd imagine that they're probably going to be finding new work at some point. Maybe
Do you know if
start
there's any
farming.
sort of plan for them that could have happened when this happened? Did they get anything from this fire?
Well, they don't get anything from the fire, just because that's the owner's. It's the owner's business, not ours. But considering that there is evidence of a murder, at the very least, Mr. Hart's family is going to get some kind of payment from the family of Mr. Valentine, as there was some wrongfulness done, so their family needs to be compensated.
That's good,
As
at
for the
least.
workers, that's a bit tougher, but not much to be done there.
Thank you.
Not a problem. Now, the agreed upon amount was about 750 gold. That's been sent to Mr. Realfear. Just go chat with him. I'll bring in the paperwork at some point, and I'll be mentioning you all by name. At least the names I have.
That's right, Dad never introduced himself.
I did. He knows my name.
Oh,
They
I
doesn't
also
give her a
introduced
name
myself
unless
when you
they're
asked about the names.
I know you're Mercy.
Yep.
I know you're Eridat. The rest of y'all are escaping me at the moment.
We
The
are
short
an
one is
enigma.
Ro.
You can
Very
just
fun.
call me Dea.
You got it.
He'll know.
There's Dea. What's your twin's name?
Cal.
All right. Miss Cal. Oh, Mr. Cal. Sorry, misspoke.
Miss Cal.
My mistake.
You're
I apologize. Mr. God, you're tall. What's your name?
I have been told this before. It is part of me, Fairbog.
Yeah.
My name is Gale.
Gale. All right.
Yeah.
Gale. And you, elf lady.
Morgan. Is she still muted?
Morgan.
Yes, she is. Morgan. Her name is Morgan. Her name is Morgan.
All right.
I forgot I was
And
muted. I
you're
said
Morgan.
my name earlier, and
All
then
right.
like, I'm stupid.
And you, little lady.
Little lady.
Cool, cool, cool.
I hope you know Mercy's
Oh,
little lady.
into that. Ro, just Ro.
All right. Works for me. All right.
Thank
Good enough.
Thank you.
You're
for
And what
not
time
Gale.
is it's still like what? It's got to be like 1. It hasn't been that much time since I asked.
Like 1 or 2.
Yeah. Thank you, Sheriff. It's been, I would say, a pleasure,
Thank-
but it's
Thank
not.
you for your assistance.
Thank
and
you.
service.
Not a
if
problem at
it's-
all.
We might see each other again. I'm sure. I'm sure we'll see each other at some.
I'm certain that at some point you will run across me eventually. Now, you were asking about that break-in, right, Miss Erudite?
Everyone hears this.
I knew this was gonna happen. It's fine. She's like, she looks around at everyone and goes, "Yes, I did. Did you remember something else?"
I do manage to know where they moved off to shortly afterward. As for the stuff that was taken, that's long gone by now.
I understand.
They moved over to about, and kind of looks around for a bit. Do you have a map I can point at?
Oh,
yes, we
yeah,
do.
Yeah. Pulls out her map and country about the map.
They moved over to right here, and he points right there on the map.
Oh God, we've been by there. Oh, this is so annoying. Okay.
That's
Yeah,
really
they managed
close.
to supply the funds to get a nice estate built on that mountain right there. Looks
That's
over the lake. Looks
Awfully
beautiful.
close to the lake.
Well, it's It's a nice set. I
Oh
mean,
my god. That's not possible.
so-
That's not possible.
She looks at where she is, looks at her armband.
Yeah, Day is also like looking at the armband.
Oh my god.
I mean, I gathered, but what's so special
I'm
about this family,
The light
Rudy?
bulbs go off in order.
Thank
Wait.
you. And she looks at everybody and she goes, we're gonna have a conversation.
No
She's gonna
shit.
go, so, but perhaps maybe not in front of the sheriff. I'm sorry, sheriff. This is team business. We should
Got it
head
right.
out. We should head out.
What were you saying?
I said,
No,
he
no,
said
no.
that's quite all right.
Oh.
That's all I said.
Oh,
Thank you, sheriff.
I thought you
It's
said,
been
by the way.
Yeah, I heard
quite
that too.
helpful. We should head out. Make our way back towards the
We can get started
towards her
on
stand.
our.
She's like kind of
turn
thrown
back.
off a little bit. She's just kind of like, oh shit.
And
Um,
Day's like, thank you. We're going to go now.
All right.
Stay
Please.
safe. Whatever.
Yes, you as well. Stay safe.
Yeah, we're just gonna. I mean, it's early enough that we can start heading out.
Yeah, we can do we can travel like half a day.
And she's like, I will explain everything when we get ready for the night. I promise.
Alright, your business.
Yeah, well, it's about to be everybody's.
Great. Let's go.
So we travel.
So, real quick, as everyone's heading back to the cart, Gale holds back just 1 second and turns to the sheriff and says, Sheriff, just so you know, I'm glad to hear that you are good. May nature be with you. And
Yes.
turns to leave.
Yeah, Amade be with you.
If everyone's gone, can I just ask him a question?
Certainly try.
Super quick? Sheriff, I'm incredibly sorry. Have you ever been off the continent?
No, I really haven't.
All right.
I was actually born here in Belmare and basically been around the continent my entire life.
Oh, that poor man. He was born in that little podunk town.
All right,
Me.
well then.
All right. I apologize. Thank you for your time.
It's got all right. Enjoy the rest of your day.
And you.
Oh man, Connor did this on purpose.
Oh,
What are you talking
yeah.
about?
look, you're the easiest one to introduce. At the
I
moment.
know, but it's really funny. Connor did
That's
this on
so funny.
purpose.
Like, you
But
know
like
what?
he gave, it's fine. Anyway, it's fine.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Is it fine? Yeah. Is-
Backstory.
Backstory.
I can't wait
Okay.
to
So
hear it.
we
This thing gets
begin
back
We be on the
cart
move.
journey.
I would imagine so.
We carton.
Like, while we're on the way, I think Mercy's gonna look at Gale and go, "Do you want us to get like a better coat so you can sit up here?"
Oh no, this is fine. I enjoy walking.
Question: does this slow us down
Him walking.
beside us instead of on the cart?
I mean, maybe a little.
Alright.
Does have a long stride.
I feel like it'd only slow us down if we were actually like going at like breakneck pace.
Well, like it's
Breakneck.
it's
Traveling by
not
horse.
slowing. It's not slowing you down. What's Gale? What's your constitution?
The score or modifier?
Let's go to score.
Score 16.
Score 16.
Yeah.
I mean, like he can certainly do it. You do have to take breaks every once in a while because the guy's walking next to a cart that is moving faster than a normal human pace.
Okay.
So he's like power walking, like jogging next to us.
Power walking.
Old lady in the mall. Okay. So how
Maybe
far
we
do
should
we
get
get
him
before we
next
stop
to
for the night?
You would manage to get it's about noon, about 6 hours, so right around there-ish.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, that's about where we stopped.
Also, Connor,
Yeah.
I'm doing everything.
Hey, okay, this will be interesting.
Yeah.
Oh, that means Connor's gonna break out stuff.
I don't know if I can do
Oh,
Ooh.
I'm so excited.
I want you to know, as we sit down to make camp, Mercy's just gonna keep looking at.
Before like
Rudy,
Rudy,
I don't like this.
Tell me your secrets.
before
Tell me.
Rudy like starts, Daya's gonna like kind of step closer and be like, "Are you sure you are ready to do this?"
Yeah. Yeah. Yes. I am. I do need a reason. I figure this will be. I need to get back over, and she looks at the bracelet, and if this has anything to do with it, I need to know.
The proximity of the bracelet combined with the fact that it was probably purposefully morphed, is definitely suspicious. Okay,
Okay.
it's your decision.
No,
I want you to know. Oh, sorry.
I think it's time.
Alright. She kind of steps back.
Okay. I hate this. I hate being the center of attention. I love it. But I hate it. All right. So as soon as we all sit down, Mercy's going to Mercy. Listen to me. Rudy's going to take out the journal and she's going to set it in her. She's going to look at everyone, and she's going to tell them. Okay. I assume you know basics. What I've told you. I was born to human parents.
I'm sorry.
It happens sometimes with tiefling.
It's rare, but it happens.
There's something in the bloodline from, and sometimes a tiefling will be born to humans. My parents, they were quite well off, I've been told, but they did not expect to have a tiefling, a devil child, with them. So eventually, when I was, how old would I have been? Connor, how old would I-
You were not old enough to even know your parents.
Right, I know that. So like 2 or 3, I don't remember.
Less than that.
Okay,
Like that,
so
like around the
when I
time
was
you
a baby.
actually went there. Jeez, let's see.
I don't remember
Oops, shit.
because I never gave you a specific age, and you decided that.
Yeah, I decided it.
Real
Let me
quick,
double
are we
check.
gonna finally get to know how old Rudy is?
Maybe let her tell the story.
Hold on, trying to figure something out.
I'm gonna put out
Yeah,
the D&D sheet.
Check one thing on your sheet because you are.
I'm thinking she's 19.
Okay, no.
No,
No?
that is
No.
Are
incorrect.
you a lot older than you look?
No,
No.
that's page 3. I don't have page 1. Why don't I have page 1? That's page 2.
This is when we find out Rudy is older than Mercy, and I'm gonna
Nope.
lose my mind.
You might.
If this is the part where we find out that she's older than Maury, I'm gonna be salty.
No,
That's-
tieflings can't be that old.
That's not possible.
Tieflings live like humans.
Cool.
About you'd be around like 2 or 3 at the time.
Okay. Anyway,
Like you were not old enough to even remember your parents.
remember, yeah, that's fine. When I was very young, I don't really know how young I was because I was too young to remember. They sent me off to live with a wizard. He was a good man. He died last year. He left me this, and she holds on to the journal. And it's filled with messages, but it's also filled with runic things that I had to decipher myself.
Are you showing them it?
Yeah, I am.
Okay. I'm posting it.
Thank you.
Ooh.
You
In the handouts or Discord?
It's going to go into the Discord because one of them actually I don't think will work in that.
Oh, true.
yeah, it really won't.
God damn it. Oh my
Yeah,
God.
Connor's been working on this.
I'm still working on it.
I know.
Not
I
done.
Want more. I want more. I've only gotten 3. I'm showing all of them, by the way. Like all
I
3
know.
of them. Okay.
Oh
So-
no!
Is this just about you?
Yeah.
This-
Well, the regular entries, yes. The ones in the bottom, she looks at the mithril sword that Mercy's holding, and she's like, "That's how I knew that mithril works in fiends."
I just
It's-
assumed if you stabbed him good, it worked.
But that's how I knew it was extra.
I
It
mean,
works better on fiends.
yes. And no.
It works better. I told you it works better on Fiends. Is one of the
Alright.
messages in here. And
Would Gale recognize the writing at the bottom?
No.
Nope.
Would anyone?
Nope.
Nope.
Well,
It's it's in code, sort of.
it's in code. The only person who would have a chance of knowing it would actually be probably you, Morgan.
Ooh.
Roll knowledge Arcana.
Okay.
Wait, what do I roll? What do I roll?
Arcana.
Arcana.
Real quick, the fact that your wizard man named you after 2 or 3 years old, that you didn't have a name as a baby.
Oh, I
Fuck
had
my
a
name.
Do I know it? Do I know it? Do it?
No.
No.
A 7? No, you don't. I had.
By the way, you guys are going to have to open the original for the second page.
Yeah.
Oh damn.
We'll get to that. No, I had a name. Tieflings are virtuous. They have the whole virtue name. He thought it was better fitting for.
Trust me, I get the virtue name thing.
He thought it was better fitting for me than the name I was.
Ooh, magic
I'm-
symbols that are transferring.
Yeah, that one I don't understand. I'll get to that in a second. However, there's one message, and she points to the second page, the one with all stuff on it. And does the is it doing the flickery thing
Yeah.
in the Discord? Oh, it
The-
is. Okay.
It's doing it on
not in the Discord. Like I said, you'll probably have to open the original.
Okay, if you open the original.
Yeah,
So
it's doing it on the original.
Okay,
I see
cool.
now why Connor's working so hard.
Yeah, this looks cool as fuck.
It's so cool, guys. You don't even know. I was like so excited when I got this.
I had to teach myself how to make gifs.
Connor, you put Homestuck on there.
Oh.
Anyway, he goes, this one, the one about the Meston family. This could, like, she looks at the bracelet and she goes, this could be connected. However, I don't know if it is, just because they moved this robbery that's described in here happened before when they lived in Gold Pass. And the bracelet wasn't over there. It's possible that there's something was stolen from them again, and this was stolen from them. Because they do, from what I've gathered, is this journal, a lot of the stuff is about pre-schism. In this journal, this family seems to collect pre-schism items. Frankly, though, I'm worried about that, but I'm also... What am I... Right? Message? Is that John?
Yep, John's going.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't care. I'm... Quite frankly, I'm concerned about that, and I would like to go over there, if you all are all willing, at some points. But I'm more concerned about the third page.
Yeah, the whole price to pay.
Yes.
What?
How much?
What?
You have to read
Look
the
at
page.
the
Go read the
page,
third...
Paige.
Read the...
I
read
just
the
read
third-
through it.
Yeah, there's okay. There's the one about notes about erudite. There's the one
It's
that's
the-
It's
got
titled
the home
page
stuck
3.
on it.
The one with the date at the top. Or the oh, wait, there's dates at the top. Okay.
It's
The,
the
one
third
in
page.
fall.
Yeah, they're in
Order.
they are in order.
So erudite, just looking at this, I'm sorry, I'm not completely familiar with common yet. Is this saying that someone in your family made a deal, and that is why you have an infernal legacy?
That's what I've gathered, but this is all I've been able to decipher so far.
I'm gonna insight check to see if she's being completely forthright.
Go ahead.
Go ahead, man.
I mean,
Are you?
1,000%.
Yep. Okay.
Connor, am I lying?
No, you were off on one thing. Granted, it's an assumption that you could have made, so I can't say no to it, but I can't say you're right.
Okay.
No lying.
Well, okay. Well, she's being as honest as she knows to be. I'm sort of curious as to what you think I'm wrong about, but okay. But that's fine.
Doing the math on the first entry that was shown, and what I know, that means Erudite's 24, 25, right?
Mm-hmm.
She's older than me and low. What the
I'm
fuck?
24. She's 24.
Oh,
Not
then I'll
older
be
than
completely
me,
unimpressed.
though.
25.
Not older
Check your
than I am.
biography again.
I'm
I know.
25?
I never changed it. that was there since day one.
Really?
Yes.
I cannot believe I forgot that. Okay, I'm sorry. It's 25. I'm sorry.
She's
I'm
too-
sorry. I forgot.
Definitely don't look 25.
You look like a baby.
A child.
I mean, have you met the person who plays her? Like,
Yeah,
Yeah,
true.
she's very short.
Anyway, so
she does, but
I'm
I did
definitely
not-
interested if there is a connection between them and the bracelet, but
what are you hoping to get out of this visit to this family? That you're saying the family in the hills is your family?
No, I don't believe that's the case.
Then what's the
how
relevance
is this
of the family?
artifact connecting to? You haven't
It's someone
lis-
that I mean, it's so far that it's in the journal. It's obvious someone that my mentor knew, and maybe they could help me figure out. Maybe it is someone my parents knew. I want to be able to get ahead of whatever may be after me, or if someone's after me.
Erudite,
Who would be after you?
correct me if I'm wrong, but don't you have the spell that lets you understand any language you see? Can't you cast that on those runes? Hello?
Yeah,
What
hold
if
on.
it's
She's
not
typing
a-
something. Don't worry.
What if it's not a language, though?
I've tried.
It's probably a cipher.
I've tried. It doesn't work.
Interesting.
That was the very first thing I did. when I
Erudite,
received this.
it's entirely up to you if you want to face your past. I'll follow, but you might not like what you find. You do understand that, right?
Spent far too long not knowing things that at this point, no matter what it is, I'd like to know.
Okay. Well,
And
you have my
on.
sword.
And now I'll just point this out to you guys.
And my
In
bow.
regards to the second page, as you all observe this page, the letters in those certain spots change constantly. They are
I-
consistently changing. And as you attempt to look at it and understand it a little bit more, in whatever methods you guys choose to use, you just kind of glaze over
I'd
and
also,
you forget.
Hey,
Yeah.
Erudite.
I'd also. That's another reason I'd like to go back into town, because now that you guys, I've been hiding this, and now that it's not hidden anymore, I'd like to go speak to Sagio and see if maybe he can help.
There.
you
Fair
still haven't
assumption.
answered the question of what you hope to get out of this visit to this family on the mountain.
The
I-
truth.
Anything that might help me figure out. These are the only connections I have to anything. The only things I ever even know. And if it seems that my mentor, at least someone to be able to, from Veilcrest, to go past is quite a distance, and to be able to hear a message, to be able to find out something about them. He obviously knew them or knew of them, and maybe they can help me figure out. Maybe they are my family. I don't think so, from what the sheriff has told me, but anything is possible. I don't know anything about family.
Booty.
So maybe they are, because I do know they were rich in this family to be able to buy an estate. They do have money, so
Booty.
yes.
Can I ask another question?
Sure.
The second page has a picture at the bottom. What's that about?
I don't know.
Have you ever thought you might need it for that page?
No, I haven't.
Oh,
Do you
Wait a
wear
minute.
glasses?
Look, I may have 10 intelligence, but I'm not completely stupid.
Apparently Rudy is though. Fuck. Actually no, she's
It's like the
Well,
silence. It's everyone was just like.
Thank you, Jill.
I mean, this is gonna sound like a dumb question. Did your teacher have glasses?
Guys,
No.
guys, I'm gonna need something quiet for a quick
Connor?
sec.
No,
He did not, right?
he did not.
Then there's probably something similar that.
Stop it.
Stop!
God damn it.
Then it's full well possible you could probably find a copy of whatever these glasses are that lets you read it.
Do you like
It's-
it's the place where you lived? It still exists, right?
Veilcrest? The home in Veilcrest? Of course.
We
No, she
could-
sold.
I don't know. I don't know what you adults do with houses when people die.
Burn them down.
Sell them.
I mean, usually.
That
I
seems
mean,
to be
I
an
don't
accident.
think that it's been sold though. I mean, I haven't
No.
been gone that long.
It
Okay.
wasn't sold, and really, it was left in your name, so you do
So, yeah.
technically still have a house.
Yeah.
It's
So-
just
Well-
it's currently
Rudy's
abandoned.
house.
We're
Cal
lucky,
will.
guys.
Why not go back?
Uh,
See if we can find something.
We.
What's you? Sorry.
It's I don't want to make it's not it's very
If
out
it's
of the
about
way.
your family, it's worth checking out.
It's
So
really
we're
up to
gonna get
everyone
one.
else. I don't want to be the reason that we're not making money or
Dude,
Not-
money's not that important. And she looks at Lo as she says that 'cause she knows what thinking.
You actually don't, so shut the fuck up. I was literally about to speak,
do.
but
Okay, then
Whatever.
you speak.
I was gonna say, Ro kind of looks at Rudy in kind of an uncharacteristically sort of serious way, and is like, I know about familial issues. So whatever you want to do, I'll work with you on that one.
thank you.
I'm
Ro.
too.
Real quick. So we would be going to Veilcrest at one point.
At some
Would
point,
we
yeah.
go to
I mean,
Veilcrest or Rosenvale? Or
Mercy's-
Rosenvale?
I'll let Cal talk before I say something.
go Cal.
Cal will turn to you, say, and just sort of look at you for a little bit and say, and could we expect you to return the favor if we help you investigate your past? That if something comes up, you'll have our backs.
Of course.
Why
Look,
wouldn't
Caloran,
you?
Caloran, I know we've had our issues. But I'm willing to we're a team now. And I don't want to let that get in the way of anyone finding what they need to find.
Very well. A favor for a favor. I'll be glad to help you. And he offers his hand.
Oh my god, this is turning into
I've never been one for focusing on my past too much, so I don't understand too much, but, well, for one, where Cal goes, I go, and for two, we, as you said, are a team, so if you really need to do this, I'll help. She doesn't do anything. She doesn't offer her hand or anything.
Yes.
She's just like, curt nod.
Side note, guys, my hair looks awesome today.
I'm so happy.
I'm glad.
Like what
Wow.
kind of awesome? Like super curly or like super
Like
thin?
good curly on the weekend for once.
God
Nice.
damn.
Nice.
I'm jealous.
I know that feel.
Oh,
Like I've finally decided that I want my hair to always look good. So when my hair is drying, I wear earphones, and otherwise I have my headphones on,
Yeah.
because it fucks up my hair.
No,
Yeah.
that's true.
I feel like after Ro mentions that she's willing to go to Veilcrest, Mercy's just gonna give her a really long look.
Are we are we going to Veilcrest or Rose or the? Estate
We're gonna go to
first?
both eventually.
Well, both eventually, but which one first?
Let's go to the
Well-
place that we know there should be people.
The estate.
That is near Rosenvale.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's up in the north. It's
Veilcrest is a long way from here, so I would recommend going later.
Is. And
Erudite.
and you know, we haven't tried normal glasses yet. So
No.
That's been the secret.
Erudite, I have a question.
Okay.
Have you showed Danae this page yet?
I was.
Or the governor?
I literally. Okay,
she
I was
said
just
she
like-
wants to go talk to Asagio now.
Yeah, I literally just
Yeah,
said
I
that.
know,
It's like I
but
didn't.
since-
No,
since
it's
this is about-
okay, actually, no. She's. I didn't want to show anyone the page because I didn't want them to accidentally maybe say something of you because I wasn't sure if I could trust you yet. But I do believe I can now.
Well,
Hey!
you know you can trust me on that, at least.
Yeah, I
Oh,
do know,
it's-
Dea. Thank you, Dea. She looks at Dea and she's just like, "Thank you. I told Dea this a while back, and she's kept it to herself, and I very much appreciate it. So
It's
I know
just-
I can.
I keep my promises.
I very much. I appreciate that I can rely on you. And no, I'd actually. That's a reason I want to stop in Susane on the way to wherever we end up going. I'd like to talk to Asagio about it, see if maybe he can help.
Makes
I don't know if
sense.
the governor can.
Well, I suggested the governor because you said that they seem to be interested in pre-schism stuff. Isn't
Well-
that
Well,
his
you already
specialty?
asked him about the Amestos.
I did ask him about the. I actually
You asked
did
them about the family, but you didn't show him the page.
No, I didn't.
I don't really see
And
how
I'm
it's
not-
relevant.
I mean,
Well, we already have to go see
I'm
him.
assuming it's pre-schism, but I'm not entirely sure.
We already have to go see him to see about the gold. So it's already on the
We sh-
way.
Yeah,
If you choose to do that, I'm not saying you have to. It's just a
I
suggestion.
might. It's a good thought, and I appreciate it, Mercy. Thank you. I very much appreciate all of you right now. Actually,
Glad to know it. Yeah.
We can't control our past, just what we choose to do about it.
Whatever.
that being said,
Thank you.
I would like to not have to watch today. I feel very tired.
we have more than
Okay.
enough people to cover the watches.
Mercy's
I'll
gonna
take
go
first
ahead and
watch.
look at Ro and go, I won't watch with you tonight.
We're gonna put our hands up like, okay.
I'll take the last watch.
We'll take second
I'll
watch.
stick with. I'll stick
I'll
with
go with-
Gail.
I guess I won't take a watch then.
No, it's
Screw me.
no. You would take last watch, wouldn't you?
No, because I thought it was.
It's
So it's Maury and
it's
Gale first. Somebody, I forget who, but then it's
Mercy and Roe.
Mercy and
Alright.
Rose, Dea, no
Duo.
one's. Yeah, no
Dea-
one.
it's
It's just Dea
Dea.
right now.
I'll be with my sister then, I guess.
Yeah. She's like, I'm just. This is a lot more. This is a lot more.
It's emotionally
exhausting.
draining.
Yeah, exhausting than I intended it to be, or I expected it to be. Thank you. And then she's just gonna head back into like go to her like cot or whatever and just like go to sleep.
First bedroll.
Yeah,
gonna
her bed.
pass
Y'all
the
have,
fuck
y'all
out.
have only bedrolls. You never got like tents or anything like that. So
Yeah,
privacy
that's what-
ain't a thing.
yeah, no, she's just gonna go to her bedroom. Just like literally, it's gonna take her about 5 seconds to pass out. Just
I'm
This is like-
assuming Gale probably doesn't have a bedroll.
It's up to you, buddy. Really,
I'm
you've
assuming
been doing
not.
it longer than everybody else. Yeah, you've been doing it longer than everybody else here. So really, it's up to you.
Yeah. Yeah, probably. Probably not.
Likes
Okay.
to sleep in the nature.
Oh yeah.
Natural.
Which is the best, not the best option in cold environments, but still.
He's got-
It's summer.
First watch. Who's up?
That's us.
Let us.
I got it.
Still
Hold
rolling
on.
great.
And
Okay.
it's at
I
just
rolled
a fan.
better?
Yeah, Gale,
don't
you,
have the-
you don't have dark vision. It's a
Oh
disadvantage.
yeah. Let's see if I
Do we
can
have a
get
fire?
lower.
Still a 7.
Ah.
That's whether or not you guys have a fire is up to you. I will
Yeah.
say it's summer. It's still fairly warm out.
Oh yeah.
So like 69th of well no, it'd be it'll be 7th. It'll be the 70th tomorrow.
Yeah.
69th of summer means it's basically like August.
Oh yeah.
Oh god, it's that
I'm
sticky
gonna say he
hot.
probably
It's-
has a
it's-
bedroll, but
yeah,
it's a
it's
really
sticky
makeshift
hot.
thing. Yeah. The real makeshift thing, he only uses it if he really needs to. At the bottom of his pack.
Right.
I can't wait for us to play it in person so you guys can see how often Jill fucking dabs.
Listen, it's just like second nature at this point.
I'm gonna end up throwing my dice at her. Wait, no, that's
Okay.
me. I'm sorry. Never mind.
I'll eat them.
Just
Not-
Grunt.
That's
yeah,
so
not a
gross.
snack.
So, is there anything you guys wish to talk about, or no?
I would actually like to ask a question. And
Okay.
I am
Like, I'll
Mike
say,
Gale.
once you guys, as of now, once you guys drop those dice for your watch, like you guys are on watch, you can do whatever you want.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Radical. Fucking roadie dude. Gale, where are you from? If you don't mind me asking.
I am from a land a little far away. I'm trying to remember exactly what it is that you call it. I just
you
always
pronounce
call
it?
it home.
Can you pronounce it?
Probably. I'm trying to put it in the backstory notes because you sent it to me once and I never.
Oh,
God, where did I put that? Hold on.
is it your boy?
not your
It's
boy.
your boy. I know I have it saved somewhere. Ba-ba-ba-ba.
That's very close.
Should I give it to you?
Essus.
Ah, you messed it up.
Oh my god! You're both in the same place.
Ekes.
Really?
Yes. Ekis.
Okay.
I believe it's
Not
something.
Ekes. Shut the fuck up.
Something along the lines of Ekis, I think is the word
Ekis?
in common for it. Yeah, that one.
What
I always just
part?
called it home. Near the mountains. Was
few
in
mountains.
the area.
Uh,
It was. I unfortunately wasn't there for too long. But plus, this was some time ago. This was when I was a child.
Oops, shit.
Oh no, we can see the world.
It's not like we totally don't have a map of it.
No,
Yeah, I have that in my
I don't know why I
thing
accidentally
somewhere.
moved you onto the world map. I was an accident. I'm so sorry.
Well,
I'm from Ekis as well.
oh, that's
Gearhan.
excellent. Oh,
I left not too long into humans adulthood.
I see. And
Just before the war ended.
it's a terrible time. Humans do seem to fight a lot. They make things
wasn't-
difficult.
Wasn't the humans, dwarves.
Oh, they
That's-
can be angry too. I have met a couple angry dwarves in my day. I mostly dealt with elves as I crossed, but I've been a little wary of everywhere. It's been probably about 60 winters or something like that since I was home, unfortunately.
Oh yeah, he's
When
like
did you leave?
75.
It was soon after the rest of my tribe was killed.
You do, huh?
Yeah. Funny thing about home, they seem to kill all our families, huh?
Oh, I know. I had siblings. There was. I can't even call it a raid. It was senseless. Some stupid. Anyways,
It's okay. I understand.
my brother and I. That was some of our town, some of the rest of our. I hate all of you. I think this.
I'm sorry.
This is emotional.
Keep going,
bullshit.
please. Don't look at the chat.
It's hard not to.
Oh, it's so hard not to. But yeah, my part of our town was burned, and my brother and I got out. Got a couple scars from it. We got split up, and I've been on the side of the map. The map ever since.
How long ago was that?
Just before the war. Just before the war ended. 80 something years ago. A while. Still hurts.
Pain like that is hard to have go away. I'm still looking for the answer to one myself, but I'm glad to know that someone else made it off of there, and glad you survived. Do you know what happened to the rest of your family?
They got stuck in there's a fire. They got trapped. My brother and I, we were the only ones. Even then, came out wasn't pretty afterwards.
Fire does that.
She pointed at the scar in her cheek.
Mm-hmm.
Turns out oil used to polish silver is very flammable. I think.
Yeah.
I'm glad
Well.
you got that too. If it's
Yeah.
for whatever it's worth.
Well.
Well
met, Morgan.
Well met. How do you pronounce his name again?
Gale.
No, the long one.
Oh, Galeth.
Gale?
Gale,
Oh.
Yeah.
Gale. Well.
No, not Guile. Dun, 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 dun.
He said Gale.
Galeth.
Put me. Well met, Gale. Do you know who? I'm sorry. Do you know who your tribe? Do you know what happened? Who did it?
It was the mountain.
The mountain.
Yeah. There was an old temple on the mountain that we were never supposed to go to. I'm not sure who it was built by. My mother always told me terrible stories of when she was younger. How there were humans and other such beings that would go there. One day, fire started coming out, and fiends, and they took the village and everyone else in it.
I'm sorry about that.
Oh, it's not much that could be done. Nature saved me, and I'm looking to make sure that I carry that on as well.
I can't do two things at once. Well, thank you. Thank you, Gal. Sorry. Yeah, and I'm not good at this. I got distracted. I just, I don't know, punch him in the shoulder or something.
Yep. Gail kind of gives you a bit of a one-armed hug, and if you ever need to talk, I am here. I do understand.
And then Gale fucking flattens you for punching him.
Oh, nothing like that. Gail leans slightly to the side and accidentally crushes her.
Oh no.
Gail kind of pats the tree behind him too.
These guys are always willing to help as well.
Right.
To surviving.
Surviving. And I pull up my flask, I take a sip, and I pass it to him.
He kind of gingerly tips it back, but it's probably like 6 sips.
That's a joke.
And
No one knows it's in there.
Doesn't matter.
So,
And I guess that's it.
next watch.
That would be us.
Mercy
After
Road.
that bombshell,
So much backstory.
That only 2 people know.
real talk. Yeah, real talk. I did
Right.
not expect to drop this early.
Next backstory. Come on.
Right, am
Next
I
watch.
am I at disadvantage?
Yep.
Okay.
Because
Unless
it's
you
a
guys have some kind of
backstory.
light,
Oh, you have your lamp.
I have my lantern.
that'll help a bit.
So would that not be disadvantage?
Not for you.
Okay.
And while we're talking, I'm also going to be working on my wood carving.
Oh god.
Okay. Roll it again. Okay.
Here we go.
All right.
The only row Mercy can get right is making shit out of wood.
She's like real fucking good at it.
So
Mercy is making
you-
some good shit.
I'd like you two to continue your conversation. Just talk.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
we've known each other for a few years, haven't we?
I mean, a few too many, some might say.
That's
All
fair.
right. Well,
Do you remember when we first met? The one thing you said you wouldn't do when we traveled.
Yes.
You said you wouldn't go south.
Well, sometimes things change.
You do know if we go south.
I know if we go south, but we aren't going that far south.
Are you sure they don't have watches out for you still? Only been a few years.
You may be able to guess, seeing as we have been friends for quite a while.
4 years.
I don't have
2 years.
many friends.
That's an understatement. You're a bit, abrasive.
I'm a bitch.
Wasn't gonna say it, but go on.
It's something I'm trying to work on. Oh, no worries, Connor. Oh, no worries.
I'm talking to the twins.
Okay, I was like, my lips are fucking sealed, my man.
The only reason Mercy's bringing it up is because that was the one deal.
Mm-hmm.
We would do good work, we would stay in the north. That's all you asked of me if you tagged along.
Like I said, things change. I didn't have many friends. I'm reaching a point now where I think I could get more.
I'm gonna ask you one thing. If we're in the south and you're spotted, what do you want us to do?
That's a question for when it happens.
I like these people, but I've known you longer.
I like some of them.
And Mercy's gonna look at Moy and go, "You're not gonna shoot her, right?"
God no. Do I look like a murderer?
Yes.
That's fair. It's the scars.
It's definitely the scars.
It's
Trust me.
scars.
And she points at her own scar. It's a look.
I gotta say though, it is the pink. I gotta say though, the two new ones, the tree guy and the fairy. I don't really know what
She's a baker.
what she is. Nice is a word I would use.
It's weird.
I still watch yourself. I still don't necessarily trust them. Then again, that's not surprising coming from me.
I don't know how to feel about the big guy. He immediately suggested forging paperwork.
And you see, I'm the opposite. I was into that. I was like, yeah,
Yes, but as we've pointed out before, you and I have very different ideas of justice.
fair enough. But I gotta say, I agree with a lot of the big guy's viewpoints. I don't think we should have gotten involved with the sawmill at all.
I think we were involved whether we liked it or not.
Well, by the way, it's done now, and now we're just gonna awkwardly have an end to this conversation somehow about awful things.
I feel like at that point,
Yes,
I'm just gonna
and
like,
as
no.
as
Mercy's
the
gonna
conversation begins to dwindle, Ro, you finally notice what Mercy's been carving this entire time, and in her hand is the well-carved and proportional depiction of an erect phallus.
I
I feel like
Oh my god! She made it.
Balls and
broke
all,
up a
Guys,
dono.
guys.
Sorry.
Ro with a very like her face does not crack. Ro looks at Mercy and she goes, "Surely I hope you're planning to seal that before using it."
Mercy's just gonna look at me and go, "Oh, I was gonna glue it to Abo's office door."
This is okay. That's a much better plan. Don't.
If I wanted one, I'd go buy a better quality one. I'm not making myself one.
Ro puts her hands over her ears and says, "This conversation's done."
Well, free time. Mercy's that annoying, overbearing her because now she's made it very obvious she's uncomfortable thinking about Mercy and sex in the same sentence.
Ah! Bad.
So for the rest of the watch, she's gonna be sitting there just making off-comment jokes, just to make her uncomfortable.
Ro has the stinkiest stink face.
Just throw the
And
dick
Mercy
in her.
Jill.
Yeah.
Jill. I need you to
Hello.
read. I need you to read.
Will it be Morningwood? Yeah, I saw
Hey,
that one.
The only thing is, I wanted to have enough time to carve a second one before we got there, but I think I'm just gonna stick with the one and buy some glue.
I mean, it's your funeral.
He told me to do better. I'm not fast enough to hit paper.
Just know, since you immediately brought me into it the first time, you me
Nah.
at all.
I think I'm just gonna see if I can't get one of the others to bring him with them when they go talk to the governor, and then glue it to his door when he's not there.
Fair enough. And scene.
yeah. I thought the carving would be a perfect way to end the scene. So,
Jesus Christ.
Jesus. So,
Guys, I can't believe Rory
Next
has
watch.
twins now.
The twins.
next watch. The twins.
Mhm.
Perception checks from you two. You don't have disadvantage because, well,
'Cause
you can see.
Yeah, okay. Da-da-da-da, perception.
Oh,
Wow.
Twin rolls.
It's almost like they're twins.
Ah.
LMAO.
If I sealed it and got like a suction cup,
Stop.
Oh god.
I'm muting us. I'm sorry.
He pulls it off and it just goes.
Mhm.
Alright.
I had to unmute us to come back and say, don't.
How do you do that? How do you do popping noise?
Oh my god,
Oh.
guys,
Stop.
guys.
It's
I'll
not
talk to you guys.
important.
I'll say it later. Do you guys wish to do anything or no?
I wish you have at least one scene.
Okay. Again, like I said, with the rolls now, you roll and then you just go onto the scene if you want to.
Yeah. People are just a little distracted.
Mm-hmm.
Bye, dicks.
So,
Stop.
let's a little into their
every time
watch.
you do it, I gain years on my life.
Cal just not really turning to his sister, but like acknowledging her, just sort of goes, I wanted to apologize for the other day.
You... What?
I shouldn't have pressured you into pursuing revenge, but especially after yesterday, going down in one hit really puts things in perspectives. If I go down that easily against one person, what are we going to do against everyone else? So, just wanted to say I'm sorry for pressuring you.
You know I love you very dearly, Cal.
I tolerate you at best.
Wow! Having a
That's a mood.
genuine feeling. Alright.
Cal smiles and sort of thoughtfully punches his shoulder.
She sticks her tongue out at you. Well, apology accepted. She doesn't really have anything else to say.
Yep, that's the
Goes
only thing I
back
wanted.
to watch.
God damn it, Connor.
All right. So the day continues, the watches end, and you then, I'm assuming, continue traveling on back to Shusane. Correct?
This is where Rudy is doing her thing on her
Okay.
armor thing. Sorry,
Mage
I
armor?
forget.
Mage armor?
That thing.
No. Oh, I figured. Okay. Basically, always have a level 1 spell slot knocked off.
Yeah.
Like, never restore it, because I'm going to assume that's what you're doing.
Yep.
And by the end of the night of travel, you would eventually find yourself back in the town of Shusane. It is nighttime by the time you get there, though. Like, it will be, like, close to 7 or 8. It's night.
Should we go check in with the boss man or head to the barracks first?
The
would say
barracks? Oh, no,
second.
sorry. Yeah, let's see
Let's
if Avaro
let's
is
go
there.
see Avaro. I'm sorry. Mr. Danae, Mr. Affair. Oh my God, Michelle's on. Michelle is having a attack, not you, Rudy. Michelle's just... Okay.
We'll have to see Asagio in the morning.
Yes, that would be good.
Let's
Alright.
go.
So y'all are going to the inn now?
Yeah.
Yes.
Alright.
Zuzi, Lucky Sapphire.
Alright. So, you guys begin making your way over to the Lucky Sapphire Inn, and as you make your way inside, you do find that the inn is quite crowded at this moment in time. You see a fair number of other individuals who are wearing the blue cloaks that you yourselves are wearing, and quite a few other individuals who are either sitting near them to listen to the conversations and the stories that they're talking about, or are sitting with them and actually talking and like getting them to tell stories and describe their adventures. Inside the inn, you do see that there is a bard that appears to be playing music for the crowd, and Avaro is behind the bar as always, working quite quickly at this point because he has to do quite a bit of movement in order to get everybody the drinks they need.
Maury slides into a seat at the bar and slams down a flask. Like, or maybe not slams down the flask. That's a bit pretentious, but presumptuous. Of her boss.
Word,
So
yes.
she's gonna- both. It's a portmanteau.
Okay.
And she like leans on the bar and says, up, and just leans there. Never mind, she doesn't say anything.
Mercy's gonna look at him running back and forth and go, "Do you need some help?"
He seems busy.
No.
Should we check in later?
If you're not
That's
busy,
not an answer.
Can I get some more? Can I get something in my? Can I get a refill? My
What?
flask.
What?
I don't want to tell everyone.
It's alcohol.
It's milk.
It's butter.
Oh, it would spoil so fast.
Oh God.
She's just drinking congealed milk.
That's called curds, guys.
Gross, guys. Can we not?
It's blood.
Gail's immune to disease, it doesn't matter.
No.
He's like, dang, this is a really good, like, hot ice cream.
It has an interesting texture to it. I
Oh,
like it.
stop it! This is gross.
Guys,
Listen,
no! I don't
listen,
want to throw up.
Okay, it's not hot ice cream. If anything, curds are just like pre.
Oh my God. That's
Sounds like
bad.
that.
So,
Back
So what are we
to-
filling it with?
Anyway, I don't want everyone to hear. I'll decide with Connor later. Can I just say you know and then fill it later and then
No.
tell you later?
He doesn't know.
Damn it. Okay.
Just say it, Kate. Why?
Say it.
I don't know, cause I want.
There's like 5 things that could be in a flask. Are you drinking motor oil?
Just literally, just say it.
Yes.
Seriously.
That's the thing. I can't think of what to say.
Oh my God.
Then just fill it later.
Yes.
now he's at the bar.
Can I get something to drink? Can I just get something to drink then?
Sure.
Just some water.
All right, fine. All right. Look, I'll get to you guys in a bit. I'm busy. You
Are
know.
you sure you don't want help?
Yep.
Alright. We'll check in the morning, perhaps.
All right. Works for me.
I would like to grab a table and gesture Maddie and Gale over.
Maddie,
I will
too?
say Maddie will go over to the table,
Yeah, no, I just
Yep.
formalities and stuff.
Yes.
Because he would also have this conversation
I-
with her, but she's not here. So
Oh yeah. Not Gail would take a knee next to the table.
I just wanted to check in with you two. Your first mission with us went
Terribly.
interesting. You're
We
not
didn't
there.
Not
die.
there.
We
You really
didn't
do
die,
better than
and I
But
think
you
that's
also
kind
both
of,
went down. Are you sure that's... Are you both okay staying with us?
I mean, that's where we've been assigned, and everyone seems as though they're not terrible people.
I'm glad you think so.
Well, I have met plenty of terrible people on my time. About the only suggestion I would make is let's all try not to run into combat first thing, because that's what gets people killed, and I would like to not end up dead.
Agreed.
Other than that, this is what we've been assigned to do, and until I see something different or nature leads me to a different direction, I feel comfortable staying with everybody. And I believe Maddie and I were talking, and I can only assume that her interests are similar, at least for the time being. And I believe we have this second quest as well that we have to take on, and as part of this initiation thing. I'm sorry, I'm not very familiar with the ways of the blue cloaks here, but I think we're both ready to at least stick it out through there, and after that, I don't see why we can't have this discussion again.
Mm-hmm. I appreciate you sticking with us. I appreciated your help in that fight. Whether it was wanted or not, you did save our bacon.
My goal is to make sure everybody gets back alive, if I can.
Cal just nods. I guess the three of them just sort of chill and talk for the rest of the night, unless they have other plans. Just casual, light conversation.
Oh yeah.
I figured. So while that is happening,
I just imagine him
you
chasing.
hear the distant sounds of
Oh no.
Rose screaming.
Buzzy's not even gonna look up from what she's doing and go, needing help.
Dude, tries to
Literally,
like.
literally, Rudy has
Oh,
literally just
no.
like blocked out the sound of the sound of. Rudy has just like blocked out the sound of it and is just like really focused on the
Tries to like scoop Jim up and stop him from chasing.
Yeah.
Or he's cackling.
Like Jim just starts bolting after her.
Bro, that's a like stumble run where it's like, oh fuck.
Well,
And,
you know, you can come
after-
in here if you scare
After a
me.
brief period of time, Dale, you are able to get a hold of Jim.
Yeah, I scoop him up and I take
Hey.
him back to the table with Rudy and Mercy. Like, you're gonna leave Ro alone now.
Yeah.
I look,
Oh,
She
no.
just kind of like holds him.
quit antagonizing the halfling.
I don't trust like
I'm
that.
not antagonizing her, she's antagonizing me.
What did she
From
do
across
to
the
you?
room, I
don't
didn't
know.
do shit.
I have a question. Is Jim just Connor's way to get at Jill?
No, Jim was there since the Pathfinder game.
Oh wow.
He really
Oh,
was. Like, he
Jim.
was always there.
Jim is eternal.
I don't trust like that.
Buzzy's just gonna pet him and go, quit antagonizing her. She
She
will
did it to me
stab you.
first. She won't stab shit.
Ro is like standing on a chair somewhere, like feeling tall, ready to fight.
I feel like Buzzy's gonna look back at them and go, are you really threatened by that?
Do you see how fast you went?
No, no, I'm talking to the cat being threatened by the
Oh.
halfling.
Oh, fair, fair.
I never said I was threatened.
Then why do you keep chasing her?
Because
Because he's a dick.
Yeah, that's why.
Mercy doesn't get cats, man.
He's a cat. He's a natural dick.
I get it. Mercy doesn't.
I like the idea. of
Dea
him
tells
doing
you
that.
this. Like, Dea
I mean,
is saying that.
This is like literally this whole conversation's going on. You look at Rudy and she's just like completely blocked all of you out because her focus is on what she's working on. So it's, like this conversation's going on and there's just table writing in a notebook, completely like nothing's happening next to her. Like no one's talking to a cat.
I like the idea of, you know, that run that cats do, where when they run so fast, their eyes get all big and their ears go back.
Yep.
That's what
Yep.
I was imagining.
Oh no, he's absolutely got that. Like he just got like that big eyed look, like he's chasing down something he's going to attack.
Why can't you chase something else? Like Timo.
Hey!
Go-
Dea like points at her, like, don't you bring Timo into this.
Mercy's joking. She's got a smile on her face as she's petting this cat.
Dea just kind of like narrows her eyes.
Yes, thank you.
Messy. She's
You're
still
cute,
holding Jim,
But
by
not
the way.
cute enough that we won't throw you outside if you attack our halfling.
You won't even be able to.
What are you?
I'm a cat.
It's a cat. Who talks?
Can someone roll insight on that?
I did before. It's a cat.
Yeah, but dogs aren't like this. Dogs are nicer.
Dogs are stupid.
You're stupid.
I much prefer cats to dogs, actually.
Dogs are good. They love you. They
Cats-
stay with you.
Cats are very useful on ships.
They can't think for themselves.
They can
sit
go on your
there.
journeys with you and
They eat
attack
their own
things.
shit.
You eat your own shit.
No, I don't.
I want you to know Mercy's getting slightly more offended as she continues to pet him because she can't stop herself. My wolf was a good boy, and you will not, a good girl, and you will not insult her in my presence.
I don't know what your dog does, but I know what a lot of them do. And they eat their own shit.
Ebony never ate her own shit.
Ro is very quietly siding with Jim on this one. I mean,
Dea has already said she much just prefers cats. She doesn't care.
You are the worst cat. Quit antagonizing people and quit being mean to dogs.
You'll never be able to stop me.
I feel like this is Connor's favorite thing to play.
He's up there. He's one of my favorite characters.
Mercy's just gonna look at him and go, you know, Avro could just shut you in a room.
He won't,
Why did you come here?
because I can be here.
Yeah, that sounds like something a cat would say.
I want you to know I'm barely keeping it together thinking through this. I feel like Mercy's just gonna look at Dea and go, why are you still holding him?
Because he's cute.
He's gonna go after Ro. Put him down.
What?
Let him go after Ro.
Put
I
me
want to see if
down.
he can knock
Oh.
off that chair.
Dea kind of glances at the chair and it's like, Jim, what do you
If
say?
you can knock her off that chair and cause her to fall, I don't know what I'll do, but I'll love you eternally.
I have some jerky if you want to. I'll pay you in jerky.
You'll pay me in jerky.
Yeah, some nice meat.
How much?
A whole strip.
Really?
Yeah.
Prove it.
can I hear this?
I mean, it's a pretty loud bar.
No, you can't.
What's your passive?
It's
Good
I
question.
think it's an 11.
This is probably active because you're like they're doing something. The cat's doing something.
Wait, do I roll
So
for
feel
something?
free to roll. Yeah.
Roll perception.
Perception?
Yeah.
Okay.
Too bad. Ah!
Nope.
What did you roll?
An 8.
Alright, guys, I'm gonna start working on my next character sheet.
You'll have to prove it.
What was that?
Show me the jerky.
They like puts him on the table and like goes into her bag and like shows a strip of jerky. Doesn't give it to him.
She
Like,
wants-
holds it
Mercy wants
away,
to
but
put
she
her
shows
hand
it.
on him. Yeah.
Got it.
Keep it away from the cat because cats are liars.
Yeah, she knows.
Connor, did you just roll to try to get that?
You watch as Jim the cat leaps at the jerky.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
prepared for that. I knew that was coming. She whips it away.
Roll acrobatics.
Oh my god.
You're
Can I
contested against him.
I knew
Can I
it.
try to help her?
But I
because
knew
I'm
that was gonna
able to
happen.
stop it?
How are you going to help someone pull something away?
Yeah.
Oh fuck.
Nope. Nope.
Oh,
No.
no.
You
definitely
bitch!
gets that jerky. I don't know
You
why I'm
watch
saying, oh no.
as Jim the cat leaps towards it,
Shit.
snags it out of the air, pulls it out of your hands using his weight, and then runs off into the bar, like in between people's legs.
Son of
I
a
want
bitch.
Mercy to look at Day at this point and go, do you still prefer cats?
Yeah,
Bad choice.
fortunately. They're
Dogs
too-
are better.
I'm sorry, do dogs make sure rats don't get into your ship's stores?
No, but they bite the necks of people who are coming to attack you.
What is he doing now, Connor?
Yeah. I just said I don't like that. Why-
As she's talking, Day is still like looking for Jim because she's like, son of a bitch stole him jerky. At least he can uphold this bargain.
You see a dark, furry shape bounce up onto a table, spring onto another one, and then rush towards where Ro is standing on a chair.
Oh no! God.
Dea does not make a face. She's
Is there
completely
a
calm.
roll to not die. Mercy is watching Ro,
You-
just with her hands in front
You already rolled your perception, buddy.
I know.
God. Oh no.
Oh my
So
god.
you're standing on a chair, looking around, paranoid, bro, because you don't know where that cat went, and you're just kind of freaking out internally because it went away. It took something from Dea, then ran away, and you're just kind of standing there, and then you feel a soft, furry thing crash into the side of your face, and you feel yourself get knocked down onto the ground as Jim the cat leaps at you.
Does he knock her off the chair?
Yes.
Mercy's gonna cheer. Woo!
Dea is crying from laughter.
Rudy still hasn't noticed.
Mercy's gonna look around.
I always
see if
win.
anyone else noticed.
I feel like
At least he
noticing
upheld
this,
his guard.
Cal's gonna. I think I brought up the gonna cast Sanctuary on Ro just to try and deter. Just kidding, I didn't actually prepare it for the dice, so never mind.
Nope. Oh well.
JK. Mercy's just cheering and clapping.
Rose
Yeah.
laying on the floor, kind of like with her fist kind of in front of her face on the floor, like, please God, leave me alone.
I changed my mind.
You just hear Jim, who is now perched on your chest, go, "I always win."
Fair enough.
Let the cat low.
No, I don't want to do that.
Question: does anyone else in the bar notice this?
Yes.
Everyone. Except for Rudy.
Except for Rudy. Rudy does not care. Rudy is just very focused.
You see, and I will say, for the people with very high passive perceptions, you see Alvaro at the bar, kind of standing there for a minute, like holding a key in one hand and kind of tapping on the desk and looking down at Ro.
Question. Oh my God! Did you just
call
go
him
for
out?
that? Yeah.
What?
Amazing
I-
performance.
Wait, so do I notice that?
Yeah, you do. You're one of the high perception people.
Let's-
One of the
I
high
don't know-
perceptions, yes.
I don't know what he considers a high
Yeah.
perception, so
Higher than probably
Above,
we have.
above,
Yeah.
basically.
you know I have a 14. There's no way in hell I notice it. I
Wait,
just
what
don't know
did he?
he
What?
considers
What
high.
happened?
Well, I've got a free room for that.
Oh, that's
for
nice.
putting on a show.
That's nice.
Hey, Lo, I think Jim gets half of that room since he performed with you.
Thea's
Is
still
Jim
chuckling.
still sitting on it? Is Jim still on, like, Rose chest? Like,
You just-
hanging out?
You uncover your face and you look, and Jim's just there eating a chunk of jerky.
Oh god, okay,
Mercy's gonna walk over and just pick up Jim off of Ro.
Rose very quickly gonna, like, wipe the front of her shirt off and stand up, like,
And then Mercy's gonna pick Jim and hand him over and, like, try to hand him to Abra and go, I found this. This is yours.
You watch as Avro just kind of puts his hands up, and you're like, no.
This is your cat.
He's a cat. All right. He's not mine.
Fair enough. And then she's just gonna set him on the bar and go, thank you for the greatest thing I've ever witnessed.
it's unsanitary.
Is there anyone
You're
still sitting
welcome.
at the table?
Yeah,
Wait,
I'm
was
still.
something
Daya's
there?
still there with you.
Oh yeah,
Okay.
Mercy just walked off to put the cat away, and then she's
Okay,
coming
so
back.
like at this moment,
that's
like after this, she looks. Rudy kind of like looks up and goes. She like looks around and goes, "Wait, can I still see?" Well, because the cat. So she missed this whole thing. So she's just around. She's gonna be like, "Well,
I'd like to show you something, but I'd like to do it as a group. Perhaps we could go to the barracks. There's something I want to show everybody.
Do you want something more private?
Yes.
Oh,
Hey,
no.
whoa.
No,
Rose just got a
not
free
like
room.
that. I just want the group.
Not in a loud bar, is what you're saying.
Yeah, not in a loud bar, exactly.
Alright, never mind.
Not a group orgy. God, come on.
I was just.
Well, that's not where I went.
We could use my very free room that I got as a little meeting space.
Will Gail be able to
Being
go up
tackled by a
there?
cat, whoa.
Worth it.
Will Gail be able to go up to the room?
Like I said before, this bar is made so that larger people can come in.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, Abura was prepared.
Perhaps, yes, we should all go to Rose's room for a bit. I just want to show everybody something.
Wait, we have to do this, right? Glow, can we please use your room for a momentary meeting?
Please, Rose.
Because if you just assume you can go in, she absolutely will not let you go in.
I would appreciate it, Ro.
There is a momentary lapse in my security, so sure, why not? I don't care.
I'm a cat.
No
Okay,
cat
so
allowed.
we're all gonna. I guess I'm gonna motion. I mean, I don't know if Cal and Maddie and Gail are with us now, or I have to step away for a second. If not, I will motion to them.
Yeah, they're
For
in
them
the
to-
bar. They're just at another.
But yeah, but I think they're separated from us.
Yeah, they're at another
Yeah.
table.
Yeah, they're at a different table.
And Morgan's at
Cal
the bar.
will
I will motion
get
to
up, I
everybody.
guess. And as discreetly as possible, rolls his eyes.
Alright.
Wow, Rudy's being nice and he's being a dick. That's not cool, man.
You don't know. You with your passive.
I don't. Michelle knows. Rudy doesn't, but that's mean. She's being nice to you. God.
I
Cal isn't a sweet character.
I zoned out and I completely missed what happened.
Rude. Okay. Anyway.
Cal's being a jerk. So what else?
Gail and Maddie are gonna follow.
Not that anyone knows.
Got it. So, you all make your way
Going
up
up
to
and heading
the room.
So, when we all get up there, Connor, am I going to have to create a cipher? Actually create one? I just say I created one.
Probably not.
Are you gonna make me create
Do you
a
want
cipher?
them to be able to understand it?
Yeah.
That's
what
a
I'm
you
saying.
thing, buddy.
I gotta actually make. Okay, well, I'm not gonna have it done now. I will make it physically later. But
Can we just pretend it's a cipher?
Why can't you use wingdings or something and then we can...
I'll figure something out. It's fine.
Because I like putting hard work into things.
No, I'm asking you if you want me to do. If that's the case, I will create one. I will spend the week creating one. I just don't have one right now.
Yeah, that's fine.
I can help if you want.
That's fine. I can do it myself. I got
All
it.
right.
I want to do it myself. Anyway,
Alright.
so when she gets it, she's she has a piece of paper in her hand. It's got symbol stuff on it, and she's like, I've spent the last few days creating this code. Only I can understand it, and anyone who I teach it to can understand it, unless they're extremely smart. Extremely. You have to be very smart.
So you have no worries in this party of anyone else figuring it out.
Well, if I teach it to you, I only want you guys to know. So, she's gonna she's been writing it out on different. There's 8 of us, right? So I'm going to use all my parchment paper. So I have 8 parchments. So I'm going to use 7. I have 10 parchments. So I'm going to use 7. I have to put down on my sheet, but I'm going to have written it down on 7 sheets. Oh, 8
Gotcha.
sheets, I guess, including the one that I have, mine. With a key for the cipher. So I have to take off a bunch of sheets of paper, but that's okay. Yeah, and it's just gonna be a key, and I will put it in the group at some point. I will have to create it this week, but I will put it in the group at some point. With the key and stuff. And
When you say a cipher, do you mean you're making ruin ciphers, or do you mean alphabet base 64 kind of cipher?
it's a coded language. It's
Okay.
just a substitution thing.
So base 64.
Basic. Yeah, it's a bit complicated. But it's all here. The key is here, and she just hands a piece of paper to every single person. And now we can write messages to each other, and we all understand if we need to keep something between us. Okay?
Cool. This
And
should come in handy.
Okay, and then she's gonna just like shove everything, the rest of her stuff, back in her bag.
Can't wait to leave messages that says mean stuff about Mo. Everywhere.
All right. I'm going to head to the barracks now.
This is starting to feel like bullying.
You know, it really is. I think it's all got out of my room.
She hands us stuff out and she like leaves. She's like, okay, I'm going to the barracks.
Mercy says that and she looks at her and goes, I won't actually do that. I'm not that much of a dick.
You absolutely would. Now get out.
Oh, you're right, I would.
Dea's gonna slip out, and she's probably just gonna go to the barracks as well.
Yeah. Cal will go to the barracks.
Gail-
Yes,
Gail
she-
yet
does-
again, only one of you gets a room.
Yeah, because she's the only one who wants to pay.
She
Except she doesn't.
I don't pay. Who do I look like? Some sort of pleb?
Dea does
Considering I have more
want
money
to
than
ask
you, yeah.
Rudy something as they're like walking
Did
back to
we-
the barracks. She kind of like taps her on the shoulder and like walks side by side with Rudy. She goes, Rudy, you understand Draconic, right?
Do yes. I understand a variety of languages.
Yes. I'm curious, just out of personal curiosity, would you be able to teach me Draconic?
It will take quite a bit of time, but
Yeah.
yes. If you'd be willing to teach me, you've mentioned many times that you speak deep.
Yes. I think that's probably the only language I can teach you in return. Unless you don't
I
know
would-
Elven, I guess.
I do know Elvish.
Yeah, you do. So if we want to trade languages,
Of course you do. No, you do. I would be quite interested in learning. So yeah, I would be more than happy to teach you Draconic.
language for a language.
Yes.
She wants to hit on Titus.
Shut up.
I want you to know Jill immediately sat up.
Cool. Well, we'll start that when we have some free time, I guess. Although Deep doesn't have a written component, so that might be a little difficult.
All right, and then we go to bed. I mean,
Alright.
that's fine. We can learn when we're on the road and whatnot.
Sure.
A bit a day. And then she's gonna go to bed.
Question: before Mercy goes to bed, can she work on carving something again?
Jesus Christ.
This is different.
You certainly could.
Yeah.
What's it gonna be? Send me it via message.
I will.
Jesus, man, Mercy's really good with this stuff.
Wow.
You got the good wood
Mercy
carver
is-
roll.
She's good with wood.
I mean, y'all don't know it.
Thanks, Chase.
You're
Boy,
welcome.
that laugh made it creepy.
Ah, yes, the quiet sounds of Jessica tapping away on a keyboard next to me. Well, a phone
I'm
keyboard.
You can't even hear me
Board
tapping.
ASMR.
the sound that sounded like the introduction of like
Wait.
a Christmas.
Does Gale fit into the barracks, by the way?
Yeah, I would
I would
assume
hope
Yeah.
so.
Again, it was also made by, like, made
It's a Blue
for
Cloaks barrack.
and by Avro.
Oh, okay.
So yes.
Got it.
You got
Um,
a bed to sleep in, my dude.
Roll.
It is rather
religion.
weird.
God damn it! I knew you were gonna say that.
I'm sorry.
Yeah. Could I use
You
luck and
know
try to
roughly
make it
what it looks like. Yes.
Here's hoping. Yeah, no.
Oh, no.
Oh no.
Roll. You're not entirely sure what it looks like.
Then can I do the symbol around Cal's neck then?
Oh, for Serenade, yeah.
Then that's what I'm gonna try to carve since I don't know what the other one looks like.
Okay, yeah, you can do that.
I just like I like the no context religion. Just so yeah, roll religion while you're carving that.
Why'd you roll twice?
Because I
Use
used
your
luck.
luck.
Oh,
Yeah, it's the middle of the
Well-
night. I'm not gonna use luck again.
I was gonna say, does luck mean you have to take the lowest, or?
I
No,
don't
you
think
can
you,
pick.
you can pick.
luck is pick.
It's basically
Okay.
giving yourself advantage.
Yeah, luck is pick. So basically, you would know roughly what it looks like with the 12.
Nah,
It wouldn't be pretty though.
I'll stick with the other one because
Okay.
let's face it, Mercy's seen it recently. She knows what it looks like.
Okay. You start working on it. It's gonna be a little complicated because I think some of the parts on the symbol of Sarenrae kind of like float. Let me double check.
Also, would there be glue in the wood carver's kit, or am I gonna have to go buy that?
There's a small amount of glue, but it's not like, a
wouldn't
giant
support.
tube. It's like a small amount for
Not
when
enough
you
to-
whittle something and it cracks.
Alright.
Yeah, you need to
enough
go
to
buy
mount
some.
something to
but
it,
you
Yeah,
gotta
that's
go
what
Yeah, not enough for a heavy wood build.
You just assume it's heavy.
It's a dong.
Given the
It's-
size and the fact that the
What do you mean the size?
I don't know.
How
Is
big
it-
do you think she made it?
I'm assuming.
It's like an
I
average
don't
dick.
know. Okay. I'm gonna stop talking.
Anyway, so next day, I guess, right?
Unless anyone wants to have a nighttime escapade
Oh,
Nope.
no.
Nope.
in the sewers.
Next day. Next day. So it is now the 71st of September. I'm sorry, of summer. I said September. And the day comes and it is just fine. If you guys head over from the barracks, you would see that there are a small group of adventurers that are also inside of the area wearing their cloaks as well.
What do they look like?
You see a group that is made up of one dwarf with a beard and a mohawk, a gnome, a very small gnomish individual. There is also a individual that appears to be human, and a dragonborn.
Cool. Give them a little nod as we walk by them,
Mhm.
They nod back.
and we head
As
inside.
we're passing, can I read their lips to see what they're talking about? Just for the fun of it?
Sure. Roll perception.
I mean, I can just read lips, though.
I know. Roll perception.
Okay.
You're right. You
Once
can
you-
just read lips if you can get a good look at them. Yeah. They're having a conversation about their next job.
Any details that I get?
Don't care that much, really.
You never know.
I mean,
Uh,
that's
I think we know at this
Only
point.
if it'd be relevant. Only if you think it'd be relevant.
It's
to our-
completely irrelevant.
Then no.
It's just a conversation about their next job.
Okay, well, we head inside.
Yeah. Dea goes up to the bar to find Avaro.
Oh,
Alright.
Hell yeah.
Uh,
she waves at Jim.
The cat. Did you see Jim does actually kind of like raise his right paw in like a waving motion?
Oh my god, that's so cute. I love it.
Oh, hello there, friend.
Okay.
Hello.
It's like those Chinese cat statues.
Oh no.
Maneki Neko. Yeah, but Dea doesn't go over to her. She just acknowledges him and goes up to the bar to find Avaro.
Yeah, and he is indeed there, as always. Instead of the the apron he was wearing last time, he was wearing a newer one. But this one appears to be covered in flour and other foodstuffs and sauces and stuff like that because he is manning the kitchen today.
It's just a one-man bar.
We love
it.
It seems.
Boss man.
Love him.
Boss
Um,
man.
What?
do you have
Do you
anyone
ever
to
do-
help you in this bar?
Occasionally,
Do you
Do-
just sleep here?
yes.
Oh.
Just seems like a lot of
Well,
work
no.
for you as also
this is a place where I can sleep, but I have a house. So
just
yes,
seems like a lot of
Do you
work
ever
for
actually
you
go
as
to that
also a
house?
manager
Yes.
of the
Do you need it? Are we all in there?
Yes, we're all in.
Yes.
I'd imagine so.
Okay, I just want to double check before I say something and everyone yells at me again.
Yeah, it's on you.
Justified yelling. Justified yelling, I know. I'm just saying. I just want to be cautious this time. I just yell from the back. Do you need any help back there?
Nope.
Well, then what
And-
you making?
What am I making?
Yeah.
Probably bread.
Let's see. Currently, the plan is to make a small meal of lamb chops with a side dish of some asparagus and maybe some potatoes. I don't know.
Just a man of many talents. Anyway,
Doesn't sound bad.
we're here to check in about our job at the sawmill.
Yep. How'd it go?
We solved it.
It is no
Okay.
longer on fire.
It finished burning. There was a dead man on fire who came out of the sawmill and killed the sawmill owner, despite our best efforts. But then we took care of him, and once he was dead again, the fire continued as normal and eventually went out.
You know, you newbies give the most interesting explanations.
Marcy's just gonna look at him and go, "You send us on interesting jobs."
I'm just telling it like it is.
I know, but even then, I still can't exactly pick up on.
I don't know. He was undead,
Fire
I
undead
guess.
man. Fire undead man. We couldn't get rid of him with Cal's clericy shit.
Okay.
We had to fight him despite
we
him
should
being
mad at the
dead.
owner.
I threw a lot of ice magic in hopes it would help, and it seemed to help.
He almost
I hit
killed
him with
us.
an arrow.
He did kill the owner, but it turned out the owner had killed him first.
Revenge
Anyhow,
Why-
it's been solved.
Okay.
The sheriff
So-
knows as well.
All right, that's good.
We
I like having Chris on our good side.
yes, he helped us fight it, so he can maybe tell you the same thing. But we helped him find the cause and wrap it up.
Whoops.
Jim the cat.
I know everything.
But
I'm eternal.
it's
Kate.
But Bossman, the job was handled quickly.
Everyone
handled.
almost died.
Yeah,
Not
we
everyone.
almost,
Only
Maddie
like
and
two
Cal
of us.
almost died, but they're
You'll find
okay.
those happen occasionally.
Yeah. Hopefully not
Yeah,
Alright.
too often.
we are still here, though. We are of slightly more resilient make.
You are still stuck with us, I'm afraid.
Well, it's
Hey,
good
that
to
means
see
you
no
guys
one
can get
died
cloaks.
at least.
Yeah, barely.
We are trying to avoid that happening.
Out of
Yeah,
curiosity,
the tailor I typically use is trying to figure out a way to make a tablecloth work for.
What?
Damn.
You can't just give him a little short cloak?
With the baby.
No.
Who cares if there's a couple extra scenes?
Can I have a green one instead?
No.
No.
Oh. I like green though. It matches.
feel like
Me,
most
if I
people
could
would be
have a
going-
red one, I would.
Maury nods.
Most is gonna look
But
at
But we're not
Gil.
called
Oh,
green
blue
clothes, Gil.
cloaks. Oh,
Yeah. Yes,
because
Gil.
of the blue cloak.
Oh,
Mhm.
Okay.
sweetheart.
This makes
I'm
sense.
so glad you figured it out finally.
Marcy has her hand in her head.
Yeah, like you guys can call yourselves. Like,
Percy has her hand in her head.
like
Rudy's trying to like say stuff, and she's getting interrupted.
you guys can like call yourselves whatever you want, but mind you, you're still blue cloaks. What you decide to call yourselves is up to you.
The Rainbow Brigade.
No.
Okay, well,
Not.
not
No.
that.
No.
If you give me a piece of blue cloth, I can tie it to something if that works.
They're cloaks, not handkerchiefs.
No, by force.
It won't. To be fair, Miss Rowe, that won't work.
No, it's
The
it's too
cloaks. The cloaks mend themselves.
dark. Oh yeah.
This includes stains, rips, and
And dye.
Yeah,
Ira,
the only way you'll get a cloak to actually have a look to it is if you make the cloak absorb it.
How do we do
So,
that?
you have to find a cape that has some kind of a design to it, and then you just kind of throw the cape at it. And
Be right
for
back.
lack of a better term, the cloak eats it.
Okay.
Special enchantment. Not easy to make.
Okay. Interesting. Avro,
Yes.
you wouldn't happen to have any more communication discs? Have any come in?
Nope. Not yet.
Thank you.
We gotta be
I was
slow
just-
about how we grab those things, because if we do too many,
No,
Catch the
I,
Yeah,
attention
you've
of the
told
curious.
us.
Yeah.
I know. I thought maybe it's fine. It's okay.
So, can we
You
get a
guys-
pay?
Yes, you did finish the job. So, the deal was 750 gold.
Divided
There
8
you
ways.
are.
Someone do math. Someone do math.
It's 90
Less than 100
equals, I
each.
think.
Mom?
What
no.
the fuck?
What's
There's 8 of us.
750 divided by 8?
God damn it, really?
It's
750 divided
93.
by 8?
Oh,
It's
stop.
93.
Divided by 8.
And then
I'm
there's a little
muting
bit
you.
left over.
Jeez.
How much is left over?
About 6 gold, I think. I did it earlier.
Let me divide that up. No, she's got 99. Okay.
How much gold are we
What's the-
getting?
93. Everyone gets 93 pieces, and then there's 6 that goes in the party fund.
Okay.
It will be 93 gold, 7 silver, and 5 copper.
Oh, we're just
Or
gonna
we could
put the
the 6
rest
in the party
of-
fund.
in the party fund.
You're gonna put 6 gold in the party fund.
Yes.
Okay.
Sure. Why not?
Mm-hmm. It adds up over time.
Count your
Oh,
gold,
yeah.
the dollars will save themselves.
And hey, we have 2 copper in the party funds. Excuse you.
Uh-huh.
Avro,
Drop those
if I
pennies
were
in the
to-
jar.
Wait,
If
I get
I'm-
plus 93. Yay, I forgot.
If
I
I
have
were
money again, guys.
to speak to the governor, if I needed to speak to the governor, would I have to take you with me?
Probably.
Hmm.
Why?
Uh, hmm. Well, a couple of reasons. We do have that money, don't we?
Yep.
What?
Money.
Cal has it.
Oh, the coin.
Oh,
Yeah, we
Mhm.
did find
Yeah.
Priestchism money, and we were wondering if he'd be interested.
okay.
And I
That'd
I
be
wanted
Is that
him
gonna
to.
be an insight check on Ever?
And
I mean, are you gonna tell him the rest? No.
yeah, I was
Okay.
just about to.
I thought you were just gonna be like, the coin. we-
No, because he's gonna be
Let
with
her
us anyway,
talk,
so she's
let
gonna
her
ask in
talk.
front of
True.
stupid. No, and there's something in and she holds up her journal, and here I'd like him to see if he can look at for me.
All right. So, ancient money and mystery book. Okay. Yeah. Sure, I can do that. Yeah. Is it just gonna be you or what?
Um,
Cal
I
has
have the
it, so-
money, so I guess
Cal
I'll
has
go.
the money, but I don't think we should all go. Perhaps just me and Cal.
Mercy has to go to the store.
Are you sure, you guys?
I also do need to speak to Asagio, but if anyone
It's
else
fine.
wants,
You can
if
go.
anyone-
Play nice, you two.
I think
It's
we've
fine.
moved past our differences.
Oh, and plus
Huh.
the boss is there to be a baby.
Roll deception, you petty bitch.
I'm rolling insight. Fuck that.
I'm
rolling
also inciting that. Getting that twinsy. Oh my fucking.
Daya.
He's
I
probably
don't
gonna-
know.
Holy shit.
He's probably gonna beat it, so it doesn't matter unless he like nat ones.
You can't tell.
Yeah. So it's fine. Okay, whatever.
Still want to see the deception roll though.
I
I,
am trained in perception insight. This is horrible.
I don't-
Yeah.
And yet I
And
never
yet-
rolled it.
It's fine. If he wants to be a petty bitch, he can be a petty.
You don't know he's petty. You do
Yeah,
not
I-
roll high
I'm
enough.
just saying, if he wants to be a petty bitch, he
Data still
Some
kind of
reason-
like raises an eyebrow and just like. Okay.
All right. Yeah, I'm sure we can do that. Yeah. Okay. Give me a second. I need to get my stuff.
Presentable.
Yeah.
Uh,
They can attempt.
At this moment, after Mercy gets the money, she's booking it to go to the wood shop, hopefully to get enough wood glue.
He's gonna be gone.
Yeah, you're welcome. By
I'm
the
gonna
way.
look for.
Oh no,
I'm gonna
Mercy's
look-
power walking. She wants to get back in there before he comes back.
I would like to look for an armory of sorts to find some studded leather armor.
Oh, that's easy to do.
All right. Where do I do that?
I mean, you could go to the Fire Giant's Forge, or you could just say you do it because you're in a major
okay.
city.
All right, then I do that.
You only really need to do a scene if it's something special.
Okay. Can I? This is really weird, but of the 2 necklaces I've made, can I go back to the jewelers and try and sell them back?
To a jewelry store, no.
Okay. Figured
Because I'm
I'd
going
try.
to tell you right now, they're more interested in selling it than buying someone else's jewelry.
Maybe find
Okay.
the equivalent of a consignment shop. Coo.
A what?
A consignment
up.
shop.
But yeah,
So-
I'm gonna buy some studded leather armor.
Okay.
And
I'm pretty sure that's on like the website. So.
under roll 20?
Well, yes, but also like I'll just tell you, studded leather armor is 45 gold.
45?
Yep.
I got that.
Alright.
So I just have to
I
do
mean, I
that
would hope
math.
so.
If we're in a major city, Gail's
Oh, yes.
gonna look through a number of the shops to see if he can find elk bones and potentially a giant elk skull.
Now
Connor,
that's a very interesting thing. Yes.
I humbly request that it costs 44 gold because then I have
Nope.
420 gold left over.
Nope.
Connor, please.
No.
Morgan.
Okay.
No. I will remove that last gold piece if you leave it as 420.
If wait, what?
I will make it not show up as 420 if you leave it as 420.
Oh.
It's 45 gold.
Okay. Yeah. I figured I'd ask. You let Jill do the whole 69 thing, so I figured I'd ask.
I let her do that because she said she's fine with this.
Yeah. I'm
That
fine.
actually, but that no.
Oh,
But see,
yeah,
you're
that's
asking.
fair.
No.
Yeah,
Yeah,
okay, yeah, sorry. I just wanted to do it for the meme, sorry.
So-
Yours was an advantage. Mine was a slight disadvantage.
So,
Okay, yeah,
and
sorry.
you're gonna look for bones.
Yes.
Huh. That's interesting. I'll
I'm
get back to you in a
assuming
minute.
some sort of. Okay, I was gonna say I'm assuming it's some sort of either alchemy shop or
Alchemy
some
shop.
sort of
Yes!
alternative medicine.
We have bones here.
No, he needs to
Yeah,
find a homeopathic
or-
medicine store.
God damn
Yeah.
it. I have so
Or
much hate in
hell,
my heart.
honestly, even
Good.
even potentially just like going to a butcher and asking them if they've had any elk
Yeah,
come through.
that'd be interesting. I'll get back to you on that.
Alrighty.
Let's go over to you, Mercy, because you need to buy some glue. And you're going to be going to Men at Work, which is the woodworking place.
That's
The
right,
carpentry
it's called
store.
Men at Work.
Indeed. And at the carpentry shop this time, there is, of course, the elf you saw last time. He never cried his name, so I will not tell you.
No, I didn't, because Mercy doesn't care.
You're a shit.
I know. Mercy's
You
not
call
a good
me
person.
Patty.
Mercy's gonna walk up and go, weird question. Do you guys sell large amounts of wood glue?
The moment you say large amounts of wood glue, he kind of like squints his eyes a bit. He goes, what do you mean,
We need
large amounts of wood glue?
Well, I just need enough to stick something to a door.
Right. How heavy is this something?
Connor, would she know without having to take it out of the bag?
Yeah. It'd be like a pound at worst. It's wood.
Yeah, it's not that heavy, but what I have isn't enough. It's about a pound.
Yeah, I'm sure I have some glue you could use for that.
Also, can I get the solvent to get it off once I'm done with it?
Sure.
this guy's like,
I-
what the fuck?
I mean, typically, when someone uses glue, it just stays on. All right. Give me a second.
You're good. And Mercy's gonna look around the store. She doesn't give a shit how weird she looks.
All right. So I managed to find some of the glue, and I've got about fills up a tube that's about like the size of like maybe what's a good description? It's about as long as maybe like what's a good description? Like maybe like half the length of a pencil. Like that's about how long it is. It's about as wide as maybe like it's maybe like an inch and a half in diameter.
Okay.
I've got this, and you can certainly use that. As for a solvent, I mean, I got some of this stuff right here, and you only need a bit, but it might damage wood that it's put on.
Yeah, I assume so, but you don't pull a prank that you can't undo.
no. All right. Okay. All right. I can. Yeah. You know what? Fine. This will be funny. Sure. You got to tell me what you did afterwards, though. That's because I want to hear this.
Oh, I can tell you right now if you want to know.
All right. What are you doing?
Mercy's gonna motion to her blue cloak. So as you can see, I'm one of the blue cloaks.
I noted.
My boss told me to do a better job at pranking him, because last time I did it, I didn't do a good job.
Okay.
I'm not very fast. I'm not
Alright.
very smart. I'm not a
Okay.
good liar.
Hmm?
The one thing I'm good at is wood carving. So I carved the wooden dick and I'm gonna glue it to his office door.
Oh no. Oh, this is. You know what? This is gonna be funny. I'm not sure if you'll have a job after, but hey, good luck.
That's a
Mercy
spirit.
looks at him and goes, "There's always work for someone like me."
Fair enough. Will. Yeah. You know what? Sure. Roll persuasion. Just roll me persuasion.
Okay.
Persuasion.
Can I use my luck?
Yes, you can.
That's a little better.
Hey, great, not bad.
That's the first time my luck has ever been better than.
You know.
No, the natural 20s.
Oh, the natural 20. I forgot about that.
Oh my
You know,
god, I still that's no, no.
That one. That one.
Yeah, sure. You know what? I'll give it to you for free. Just have some fun with it. And yeah, just have some fun with it.
Mercy's gonna take it and go, "What's your name?"
My name's Ashton Hill.
Ashen Hill?
Ashton.
Do me a favor and write it down. So I will forget. He's still
Tell
writing
us
his
the
Jim.
name, Jim. He's eternal.
Mercy's gonna look at him and go, "Well, Ashton, if I don't have a job, can I get a job here?"
We'll see. I'll have to. I really don't know the how does it look? Out of
Mercy
curiosity.
says, "Do you really want me to bring out a dick in the middle of your shop?" And
There's not a lot of people in here right now.
Mercy's
so
gonna
sure.
pull out the dick.
All right.
Jesus Christ.
Oh,
Yeah,
man.
you know what? That's not bad at all. It's actually pretty good. All
Those
right.
good rolls, man. Those good,
You
good
know what?
rolls.
Yeah. Yes, I will.
Hey, at least we got a job, Mercy.
I mean, if you ever need little things made for like furniture stuff, and I come in, you could probably ask me to do it. I'll do it for a bit of gold.
Oh my god.
All right. Well,
I never hired on a wooden deck.
good luck. Hopefully, you don't lose your job.
If I do, I have other stuff I can do.
Oh, I figured. Boy. Have fun, sweetie. Have fun.
Thanks, Ashton. Bye bye. And she's
No
gonna
problem.
bolt and try to get back before they get back, so she can.
I
mean,
get
she
everything
will.
done.
You will.
She doesn't-
You will. Oh, no.
I mean, she's definitely gonna make it back. We're like gotta go all the way across town and back. So
I can't believe Mercy's already got another job lined up.
And it's through a
To be
wooden deck.
fair, that's actually one of her features, is she can find work between adventures. Sorry, Jill.
Oh,
So
boy.
this is actually something legitimate she could do.
You're right. You very well could.
Ooh,
Um,
boy.
Good God.
what have you done, Connor?
So
Oh, no.
I played a funny Australian man who decided he wanted to have some fun. Oh no.
You let me do this, Connor.
I had to. I'm fine with it. God, you suck. Gail,
Yes.
you look around a bit, and eventually you do find a location towards the walls of Shusane that is still in the Silver District, called the Begging Hound. And
Okay.
judging by the appearance, looking in through the window, you see that there are quite a few animal heads mounted on the walls there, and pelts hanging up to dry and cure.
Okay.
That would be the location to go to do that.
Okay. Well, he's gonna be slightly hesitant as there's a lot of animals on the one.
Again, thought in the back of the head. All right. Well, he goes in. We got a mission.
All right. So you go in, and inside you see there's a half-orc woman. She's there currently attempting to. It looks like she's running a bit of wire through the jaw of a skull right now, and the skull is fairly sizable, and it comes down to a point at the very tip, but you're not entirely sure what it is unless you make a roll for it.
I will make a roll for it. I'm assuming nature.
Yes, it would be nature. Good call.
All right. It's hot +0 on this one, but I got a 19.
That appears to be a dire wolf head.
Ooh.
Whoa.
Right.
Whoa. I feel hurt and offended.
Well, that looks rather large and interesting. I haven't seen
Thank
one of
you.
those in a while.
Yeah, you don't see a whole lot of them around here in Odella, but when you can get one, it's always good to keep as a trophy.
I would only assume so. I keep too many trophies myself normally, but my name is Gale. What is your name?
Kath.
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 Excellent.
Nice to meet
Kath.
you.
Excellent name. Excellent name.
Don't see many Fearblokes around here, big guy.
I have been told as much.
No
This is
kidding.
an interesting place. I was curious if you have any bones of an elk, by chance.
Of course.
Looking to make a necklace of them. So.
What kind of bones you looking for? Like small things, big things, teeth.
Probably some of the bones in the hooves, the lower parts, some of the smaller ones to have just a few of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, just not too many, probably anywhere between 10 to 12, so I can keep it even.
All right, got it. Yeah, I'm sure we can do that.
Okay. I was also curious if you happen to have a skull of something, either a giant elk or something that I could potentially wear over my head.
Now that's a lot tougher. We don't see a lot of giant elk ever.
Yeah, I have only ever seen one in passing, and it was a few years ago. It was also not dead, so I could not take its skull.
Yeah.
I do know there.
No, keep going.
I
Sorry.
was gonna say I do know that they are even in the Feywild. I was just more curious. You do seem to have many trophies here in many animal heads.
Tell you what, I'm gonna be making a trip up to Monthurst in a bit. Say a few days. I can certainly try to find one, but I can't give you a guarantee.
Oh, no need for guarantees, friend. If you do happen upon one, I'd be happy to potentially trade or purchase. I know most people prefer purchasing here. Just so that I can hopefully either plan something out or find something for you. About how much do you think that would cost?
The head?
Yes.
Yeah, that would be expensive. I could mount that head and get a good 100 gold from somebody. Easily. So, at the moment, let's say 100 gold. As for those, the knuckle bones that you're looking for, I could probably give those to you for maybe a silver or two.
Fair enough. If I happen to come across something in my travels that you would take in trade for the head, is there something that I can be on the lookout for?
If you can manage to find any kind of interesting monsters, like critters to hunt, stuff like that, that'd be pretty interesting.
Well,
Really, trophies are nice and all, and that'd be whatever you're looking for. But you got to take them out properly, otherwise they're useless. So if you're gonna take a head, you got to do it right. Otherwise, I can't do shit with it. But alchemists and like also do look for organs, hearts, livers, kidneys, some poison glands of other critters.
absolutely. I understand that.
So if you can find stuff like that for me, that'd be perfect.
Well, I will take a collection of whatever it is I can find on my travels, and I will return here when I am able.
All right, go wild, big guy.
Will do. Well met.
You as well.
Turns to leave.
Yep, and for a gold or for like 1 or 2 silver, you can get like enough knuckle bones to do that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Well, then
it's
gonna-
just for like a necklace. Yeah, no problem.
Okay. So-
Really, they'd be cheaper if it wasn't also something that would be used for dice. Because typically they take knuckle bones of critters and use those for dice.
Oh yeah, yeah. No, that's mostly what he's looking for.
Hey, I
For
have a
numbers.
And we will end the scene by panning over to one Mercy Arden as she puts some glue at the end at the base of the
Figure out the rest
penis
of the stuff later.
and sticks it on the door to the office of one Alvaro Ilfair.
Question: did you look at the message I sent you?
I did.
Good.
And then she
Oh,
takes out the
boy.
piece of paper and then rubs it along the shaft
Oh my god.
and
They
takes
can
the
see
bit.
this, by the
Purple.
way.
That is one interesting type
And
of
then-
XP.
We pan back over to Dea.
Mercy's gonna look at Day and go, he told me to do better.
They just puts her head in her hands and just sighs deeply.
What's Jim doing?
Oh, Jim knows.
I'm not there, but out of curiosity, what is Jim doing?
Jim is just sitting on a table, probably on the same one as you, Dea, and just kind of looking.
Is this at the same table we've all been sitting at all day?
Yeah, and you do see like the gnome that was there with the other team is still there, and he looks like he's writing something in a book. And he looks up. He shakes his head. He flips open a new page and starts sketching the door with the dick stuck on it.
Mercy's gonna look at them and go, he'll know it's me at least.
Uh-huh.
There's
Very
no
well.
doubt about that.
And we're gonna end the
Another
session there
time-
today.
Okay.
Yeah.